As we speak, more clean-burning propane innovations are on the horizon, each harnessing the power of a fuel that's so plentiful, America has more than enough to go around. Propane is our past, our present, and our future, for good reason. When you look at America's energy needs yesterday and today, you'll see there's one fuel that's fit to stand the test of time and lead us into a better future. Propane, clean American energy.
Kier has evolved into a diversified general contractor with experience in commercial construction. Hundreds of projects throughout the Intermountain West attest to Kier's wide range of expertise in design and build. Kier Construction invites you to experience the difference. Call us at 801-627-1414.
I don't know what.
Welcome to Lindquist Field for Ogden Raptors baseball. Game 2 here against the Missoula Paddleheads. Both teams enter this game 3-4, and we are thrilled to be bringing you this one on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network. For the Ogden Raptors, they're trying to win 2 games in a row for the first time this year. They haven't managed to do that yet. It's going to really come down to whether that pitcher, Ryan Radke, and their bats can get going like last night, like we saw. And then on the other side, the Missoula Paddleheads, they're currently on a 3-game losing streak. It'll be really, really interesting to see if they can bounce back from that one here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think right now is just like game of momentum. Both teams early in the season right now just need to work on getting to a good spot. So when it gets deeper in the season, it's just easier for them to keep going. And pitchers definitely for the Missoula Paddleheads. I think allowing their starter Wentz to go pretty far into the game, holding the Raptors early will keep them in the game longer.
When the Missoula Paddleheads bullpen got dipped into yesterday, they only trailed by 3. They ended up entering the 9th inning, losing 9-1. So that bullpen has been a bit of a struggle recently. It's been an area where their starters are doing a decent job. I mean, in the game yesterday, we had Nico Saltaformaggio going 7 innings. We had Jaron Jackson going 6. So both of the starters really did their job, and then it just was the bullpen not exactly coming through. So it'll be up to Ryan Radke for the Ogden Raptors, as well as Ryan Wentz. 2 Ryans on the bump for both of those teams here today. One team trying to stack wins in a way they've never done yet this year, and then the other team trying to break a losing streak that spans back when they were out there in Oakland. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have field alignment. We will have our starting pitchers and the starting lineups, everything like that. But that'll be after a quick break here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
We are big enough to where we have established processes and procedures to protect you, but we're small enough to where there's still an owner involved in the day-to-day operations to ensure that we don't lose that personal touch. We'd love to tell you more about us, and feel free to reach out to us. You can reach our team at 801-728-0454.
From providing a great member experience to providing easy access to your accounts with our mobile app, we are here to help you along your journey. Call 801-399-9728 for more information or visit ascentcu.com.
Dave Grant has proudly served the community for over 50 years. Getting what you need, where you need it, when you need it, encapsulates our mission to deliver reliable and timely service. Contact us at 801-394-1621 or at www.granttrucking.com.
Welcome back here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network. Arden Lockheim alongside Jocelyn Velteen will be bringing you the game here tonight between the Ogden Raptors and the Missoula Paddleheads. So we talked about it. Both teams entered this game 3-4. So both teams are scratching and fighting to get to 500 on the year. 500 on the year does not place you super well in the Pioneer League right now. That places you right about in the center to middle lower part of the league. So there's been the really strong showing so far in the start. We're 7 games into this league, and there's a couple teams undefeated still right now. So both teams trying to look to get to 500. We talked about it. We are going to get into those starting lineups. On the bump for the Ogden Raptors, it's going to be Ryan Radke. He has one start already this year, and it went pretty well over there against the Boise Hawks. Then on the other side, we're going to go into that Missoula Paddleheads batting lineup. Starting off, it'll be Michael Kazuski, then Nick Klemp in the 3-hole, Enzo Apodaca, and then batting cleanup is Xavier Casarilla. Batting number 5, Tyler Stone, then Will Bermudez, Josker Feliciano, Jeremy Piatkovich, and Tai Yukimoto. So their leadoff man yesterday in Tai Yukimoto moved all the way down into the 9-hole. So a couple changes over there. All of the same players, just a slightly different usage of them in the order. And then the DH and the catching position switched. So the catcher yesterday was Nick Klemp. He's now the DH. And the DH yesterday was Josker Feliciano. He will now be the catcher. If we flip around, it'll be Ryan Wentz on the bump for the Missoula Paddleheads. He's also had one start so far this year, and he'll be going against the same Ogden Raptors batting lineup that they brought in last night, and it worked pretty well for them. 5 extra base hits and 9 runs, led off by Chase Valentine, then Cole Jordan, Carmine Lane, and Efren Monzo batting cleanup once again, followed up by Bradley Pell, Gio Ferraro, Colson Lawrence, Dylan Wilkinson, and Hank Dodson. And you can see it. Starting pitcher Ryan Radke, as we mentioned. But Jocelyn, let's talk about these jerseys for the Ogden Raptors. I mean, look at that trim on the sides.
Yeah, very detailed. It's giving red, white, and blue.
It's very patriotic.
Yeah, like Memorial Day just happened. I think it's great. This is my first time seeing the jerseys, and I think they look really good. And the detailing looks like it's going down the leg of the pant as well, which is a nice touch.
Gotta love it. You got the baseball lining, the baseball threading down the side. And I had the chance to be here on media day when all of the players got all their gear. And I just have to say, the Raptor fans have seen a bit of it so far if you did watch the streams out there in Boise. But man, are you in for a treat. I believe they have 6 uniforms, stems all the way from the baby blues that they wore in Boise. They have tie-dyes that they wore out there in Boise. And then this is the first look, I believe, that we're getting at these red, white, and blues. But get everyone shaking hands there behind home plate. Our umpires are the same as yesterday. Michael Goebel, Zach Dart, and Mike Blanchard. Zach Dart hopefully has recovered from that screamer off the shin that he took yesterday that was ultimately helpful to the Missoula Paddleheads, if anyone recalls that, down the third base line. See there, Augie getting these fans fired up. Maybe not as full of a crowd as you get, but that's probably to be expected. I mean, yesterday was opening night. But you cannot complain about the weather right now. It's pretty perfect.
No, it's beautiful. I was gonna say that. I didn't think Augie was here yesterday. Was he here?
I personally didn't see him. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough, but I didn't see him.
Yeah, I didn't see him either. But no, like Arden said, the weather's beautiful. Partly cloudy. It doesn't seem as windy as it was yesterday, which will play into outfield balls probably. It's not blowing out, so some balls will probably not go out that went out yesterday. If any did, and fairly crowded. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the turnout so far, but get a look at it. Special shout out to Haven, our photographer down there. Let's look into the season standings if we can get to the right page. But as I talked about it, right now they're sitting at both teams right now with the same record, 3-4. They're sitting at about middle of the pack for the Pioneer League. I can tell you all about the 2025 standings if you're curious. That's what we have pulled up. But
with the win, if the Raptors get the win, today will bump them up. I want to say in like top 4 of the Pioneer League.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it right now. So we have the Glacier Range Riders and the Modesto Roadsters. Modesto was 6-0. They picked up their first loss last night. Glacier Range Riders, they've won their last 2. So those 2 are tied at the top. And then you have 2 teams in Billings and Boise who are 5-2. Obviously, Boise, 2 of those losses were handed to them by the Raptors. And on the other side, the Billings Mustangs, 5-2. Mustangs have won 1 straight. Boise Hawks, they're the hottest team in the league right now, along with Yuba Scudder Freebirds. They have both won 3 straight. And then at 5-3, Long Beach Coast, the Yuba Scudder Freebirds are 4-3. And then the Paddleheads and the Raptors tied up there at 3-4. So whoever wins this game will move up in the standings, given that they're currently tied. We'll take a quick pause. We'll stay live here, but you guys will also get to enjoy the national anthem. Great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner there, and we're just about getting ready to play. So we'll dive into our starting pitcher for the Ogden Raptors tonight in Ryan Radke. It's the right-hander, 6'3", 225 from Albany, California. He most recently played at the University of Jamestown, but he's, like I said, had one start. He was in that game 4 against the Boise Hawks. And he went 6 2/3 innings, only allowed 4 hits off, or 2 runs off of 4 hits. He did walk 4 batters, but he struck out 6. So 6 is a really good number to get to. That's often one that they're aiming for. That is what they struck out last night in the Ogden's pitching staff. And then on the other end, Ogden, the batters, only struck out 2 times. It was a really impressive total for the season. Another big thing to look at tonight will be the errors. We had 5 errors across the 2 teams yesterday. It was Ogden with 2 errors, Missoula with 3. If you recall, one of them was just the miscue of the throw back to the pitcher. Every single one of Missoula's errors directly correlated into a run for the Raptors. You'd need a much cleaner game if you are Skipper Schlack and the rest of his team. And I would expect it. I mean, we're still early season, only 7 games in. To the credit of Missoula, they've now seen 3 teams already, as they already played 2 series. And on the other side, the Raptors, this is only their 2nd series. But I would expect a much cleaner game. This was also a game where both teams were getting used to the new infield. This infield is brand new this year. And Tyson Whiting, my partner last night, kind of talked about it a lot. The balls were not skipping up as high. They were staying pretty low. And that could have been something to get used to for both of these defenses. Not often that you're Ogden at a home game and you're still getting used to your own field, but definitely something to look at.
Yeah, is it the infield turf?
Yeah.
I think it's turf. Yeah, turf definitely makes the ball slicker. It doesn't get usually any bad hops. So just playing on it is a little bit different, which definitely takes some just getting used to that.
And everyone who's joining us is in for a treat tonight. Is Jocelyn Veltine is a member of the Weber State softball team. So we have an absolute expert analyst here tonight. She'll be...
I wouldn't say expert analyst.
I think expert. I'm okay. Feeling good about it.
Okay.
Getting a look at all those great fans. If anyone's listening on the YouTube audio stream, if we say get a look, we're referring to the home team live video stream. So it's a great situation where everyone is able to tune in their own form. But don't be alarmed if you can't see exactly what we're talking about. And we are underway here. Ryan Radke's first pitch misses outside. Pitching to Michael Kazuski. Righty to lefty to start off this game. That one misses outside as well. Kazuski, one of the hottest bats in the Missoula lineup right now, likely why they moved him up to the first hole. He's got 7-game hit streak in a row. This one is hit to the shortstop Valentine, crossfield throw to Wilkinson, and that will record the first out of the game.
I like seeing games start like that. Just pitcher throws first pitch ball, but then comes back right with a pitch to get some soft contact to the middle infield.
We saw a lot of ground balls. It was a ground ball heavy game yesterday. Nico Saltzformaggio did a really good job, but did not rack up that many strikeouts. It was just that he only allowed 1 run off of 4 hits, and it was just a defensive night, to say the least. Fouled back. Nick Klimp, the catcher last night, the DH tonight. That foul ball created a loud bang out there. I think it landed on one of the metal roofs. Klimp went 0 for 3 in game 1. Fairly common theme for the Paddleheads last night. The appeal down to our first base umpire says he did go around, so Klimp falls behind 0-2 quickly. Salta Formaggio for the Raptors last night did a very good job getting ahead in counts. First pitch strikes. Radke doing the same right now. This one is pulled. It's caught by the outstretched Carmine Lane, who laid out cross-field throw. And what a defensive play by the 3-year Raptor.
That was so good. That was electric. Love to see the infielders, especially Lane, just diving to get that ball. No early base hits. Just keeps the fans engaged. It's good to see that.
Lane used all 6'1" of his frame plus his wingspan to glove that one. Very good job. Brings up another lefty, Enzo Apodaca. Apodaca was the hot hitter entering the game yesterday. He had a batting average of .435, and then last night went 0 for 4 with a strikeout and now sits at .370 for the year. Next pitch misses too high, and it's quickly 2-0. That .370 clip, however, still does lead the team. It's just when you compare it to where he started yesterday, it's a bit of a downfall. 2-0. Right in there for a called strike. Off speed 79 miles an hour, caught the bottom part of the zone. It's 1-2. Radke looking to go 1-2-3 in this first inning. He's been backed by his defense well thus far. But his 2-1 pitch misses too high and make it 3-1. Apodaca went 10 for 23 entering this game. He pulls this one into the glove of Wilkinson. He uses his body, motions that he'll take it himself, and gets the out unassisted. So a 1-2-3 inning to start the game for the Raptors. Can't ask for a better start. All outs made by the defense, and we'll enter the bottom of the first inning to get our first look at the Raptors batting lineup after this.
We are big enough to where we have established processes and procedures to protect you, but we're small enough to where there's still an owner involved in the day-to-day operations to ensure that we don't lose that personal touch. We'd love to tell you more about us, and feel free to reach out to us. You can reach our team at 801-728-0454.
GCB Computers. Refurbished, reliable, and ready to go. The computer you need at the price you can afford.
Welcome back from the break. Tonight's broadcast is presented on the Home Team Network for live video streaming, on YouTube for audio-only coverage, and on 88.9 FM for In the Park Radio.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network. Arden Lockheim alongside Jocelyn Veltine bringing you this game. No runs off, no hits, no errors, no one left on base in the top of the first. Now it's the Raptors' turn to try to get going. They'll work against Ryan Wentz. He's a returner to this Paddleheads team. He's had one start already this year. First pitch works in there for a strike, 93 miles an hour. He went 5 innings in the Game 3 against Oakland Ballers. Allowed 4 hits, but not a single run, had 8 strikeouts. So coming off of a great game. was given the win in that one. Little pop of music there to get everyone excited here in Lindquist. The 1-1. Hold, foul.
They're like, wake up.
Let's get the crowd going.
Let's get them going. Baseball can be kind of drawn out, but I think the added touch of music is really good there. But that ball was hit pretty hard. Yeah, left it a little bit over the plate. Definitely do not want to throw it there again.
The 1-2 chopped by Valentine. It'll go foul and he'll stay alive. Do the 1-2 once again. This pitcher in Wentz is one that they expect to throw quite a lot of sliders. In that game 3 against the Oakland Ballers, it was about 70% of his pitches were sliders, and he gets Valentine swinging on that slider. It just drops out away from you.
Yeah, Valentine is being really aggressive there. That pitch was, nowhere near the strike zone, but it's a good job on Wentz to get him to just chase and swing at pitches that aren't strikes.
One batter up to the plate, one strikeout so far, and it brings back up Cole Jordan, someone who's really going to be trying to bounce back. He went 0 for 4 in the game yesterday with a strikeout. He chops this one, and it's collected by the shortstop. Crossfield throw is a little bit too high, but it's caught by Tyler Stone on the stretch for the second out of the inning.
I don't hate the aggression there. With how he went last night for him, I think just looking for some consistency. That's not a bad pitch to swing at, just was a little on top of the ball. But I'm excited to see his next at bat.
And speaking of music, Carmine Lane feeling good. A little addition of walk-up songs here in Lindquist Field this year. Quite a few additions. They have the new infield, the brand new Jumbotron or big screen out there in left field, and walk-up songs. Lane swings on the first pitch. It chops, collected by Piakovic over to first base. Tyler Stone gets the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 for both sides, and we're knotted up at 0 after 1 inning. We'll come back after a short break for the top of the second inning to get a look at our 4-hole hitter, Xavier Casarilla, after this break on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
From the humble beginnings of Lael Bowman and Mel Kemp, the company has grown into a large steel facility supplying structural steel, reinforcing steel, and basement window systems.
From providing a great member experience to providing easy access to your accounts with our mobile app, we are here to help you along your journey. Call 801-399-9728 for more information or visit ascentcu.com.
Windward Electric is the foremost commercial and industrial electrical contractor in the Intermountain West. We value relationships as we strive to provide exceptional experiences for our clients. Call 801-648-7270 for a quote or visit windwardelectric.com today.
GCB Computers. Refurbished, reliable, and ready to go. The computer you need at the price you can afford.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field. Ryan Radke on the bump for his second inning of work. He'll go against Xavier Casarilla right now. Quick 1-2-3 innings on both sides. Radke. This is too high, and it's 2-0 quickly. Radke is at first pitch ball in 3 of the 4 batters that he has faced so far. Just minimizes the amount of pitches that you can use in your arsenal when you get behind like that quickly, but fires the next one in there for a called strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, I think if he can start getting ahead in more of the batters, he'll get outs quicker, obviously. It saves arms. which would be good. And just to keep the hitters being aggressive and not just watching a lot of pitches.
All right, you guys got me?
And we're going to take a second right now. We have Skipper Evan Parker here with us. Skip, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
Coming off of a really strong game last night, it was a really all-around performance. You haven't won 2 games in a row yet this year. What are you trying to do tonight?
Well, obviously, we're looking to get a win every night. We've played some pretty tough games, take a couple tough losses in some home run derbies when we were on the road. That's just the way it goes. I mean, that's got to be a strike.
I have bad news for you.
Yeah, well,
we got
guess it was a ball. Anyway, yeah.
Got the TrackMan up here, but also obviously Salty had a.
There we go. Hey, it's fine. Now we know that that's not there, and now we can strategize on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, took a couple tough losses in Boise in the home run derby, but that's just the way it goes. Our league is designed to do that, so we don't burn pitching too much. So we came back here fresh, got a win last night. Radke threw a good game in Boise, got one of our wins. Looking for him to do the same thing tonight.
You ready, Don?
Missoula has their guy going. Wentz is their guy. So good stuff, good slider, going to be around the zone. It'll be a dogfight.
With Wentz, you're expecting a lot of sliders. I know that was an expectation in BP. What's the game plan from the batting side?
Well, if you look at his usage in his last start, his slider was higher than his fastball, which will kind of give you the look that he pitches backwards. He's going to pitch off of that slider. He's got command of multiple pitches. I mean, I've seen this dude before. He's a polished guy, and I would say that he's top of their rotation. If he's not their number one, he's going to be close to the top. So I knew that we were going to be in for a fight tonight. And we'll see. We got to take an inning at a time and try to put up a 0 here and go attack on offense.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, Skip. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Stone, hot shot. It's fair up the first base line. It was Casarilla who walked, and he'll round second, make it all the way to third, and the ball gets caught up in the corner. He's coming home. The throw will be nowhere near in time. It actually was over to third base. Little bit of a miscommunication by Cole Jordan on the cutoff throw. And so a RBI double coming out of our interview with Evan Parker gives the Missoula Paddleheads the lead.
Yeah, that ball's hit really hard right side. There's not much you can do. Obviously clean up the cut back in from the outfield to hopefully not get who scored on that one.
Casarilla.
Yeah, to get him to stay at third, have second and third, and no outs.
Yeah, the ball really just got caught up in that right field corner. But no outs here in the top of the second inning. Radke's already allowed 1 run. It's Will Bermudez now in the box. Bermudez 1 for 2 yesterday. Had an RBI and also worked a walk. He's going for the bunt up the third base line, and Lane will let it go foul. High baseball IQ from the 3-year Raptor, Carmine Lane. Carmine at third base, Cole Jordan at second base are the 2 captains of the Raptors this year. Both of them returners, having been here for 3 years. Bermudez will take his sweet time walking back to the batter's box. Pitch clock obviously doesn't start until he's back inside the circle, so like I said, taking his time. 0-1 after that failed bunt. Would expect to see him try it again. He was pushing it down the third base line. Oh, he'll swing away on this one. That one misses by Radke, and it's 1-1. Bermudez is a guy you don't exactly want to have bunting. He has had an RBI in every single game this year. That's 7 straight games. 1-1 works inside. It sounded like it might have clipped him from up in our booth, but according to home plate umpire, it did not, and it'll make it 2-1.
It's interesting seeing seeing Rodkey pitching inside in this situation. I would assume it would be beneficial if they were throwing outside, try to get him
Fouled off, like you said, opposite field. But
Yep. To try to get the bite at third base to get that out. Maybe get a double play here.
The inside ball would likely create a pull if you're taking what the pitcher is giving you, whereas going outside with it would likely make Stone out there on second base hold up or think twice about going.
Yeah, exactly.
2-2 to Bermudez. 296 batting average on the year. He's just one of 5 Missoula Paddleheads who have a below 300 batting average. The inside one is tapped lightly directly back into Bermudez's shin, and he'll take a second. The trainer will come out quickly. Obviously a dead ball because hit the player and it hit him in the batter's box, so it's not an out. But he'll try to walk that one off. The shin guard on that front right side is more so to protect from an incoming ball, not as much from one friendly fire, you would say.
Yeah, I haven't done that recently, but I watch people all the time and they hit themselves, and it definitely does not feel good. Even when you have the shin protector, it can catch a toe, it could catch the inside of your foot. Either way, it hurts really bad.
Does not look enjoyable whatsoever, but looks like Bermudez is ready to take back over. After the foul ball, it's 2-2. No outs in the top of the second. Paddleheads have already scored 1 run. It's Tyler Stone standing out there on second. Radke checks Stone. Pitch. Struck him out. And it will be Bermudez challenging that. It's that red pocket challenge.
They get 2 of them a game?
They get 2 a game. He challenged, and that looks like our people didn't quite understand that over here to the left. But based on our track man, he's going to have a successful challenge, and it'll be a full count. So yes, it is overturned for a ball. And like we mentioned, you get 2 challenges. If you keep getting them right, you continue retaining your challenges. So you could have unlimited challenges if you keep getting them right. That's different from last year where you got a max of 5 challenges regardless of if you got them right. The Raptors have already burned 1 challenge. But because Casarillo got that one right, obviously, Missoula retains. The full count offering. It's swung on and flied into shallow center field. Carmine Lane, the third baseman, retreating on it. And he'll catch that one easily, and Tyler Stone will have to stay at second. First out of the inning finally recorded will be the catcher, Josker Feliciano. He was the DH yesterday, the catcher today, but he had a great day. 2 for 4 yesterday. Did have 2 strikeouts, though. Josker entered into the game yesterday having only 1 hit on the year. He was 1 for his last 11. Now 2 for his last 4. He's got 3 hits on the year. Big cut, not connected with, and it'll be strike 1.
That's the type of swing you want to see on that pitch. He was swinging for the fences, but no contact. Let's see what Owens decides to do next.
0-1 to Feliciano. Slowed down on the off speed and just poked it out of play foul. 79 miles an hour. Wentz was kind of loading up to hit that one really, really far, and then the off speed kind of mistimed him slightly. Radke's got 6 strikeouts on the year. All of them came in that game against the Boise Hawks and his only other start of the season. 0-2 looking to make that 7. Tapped lightly to the first baseman Wilkinson. He'll take it himself for the second out of the inning, but Tyler Stone is able to advance out there to third.
He does his job in that situation. Granted, it's not a base hit, probably what he wanted, but soft contact to the right side, enough time to move your runner to third base.
With 2 outs, it's up to Jeremy Piatkovich. Try to bat another run in. Missoula, with 2 outs in this top of the second inning, they already scored 1 off of the double of Tyler Stone. First pitch to Piatkovich, fouled directly back over our heads here in the booth. Did you bring your glove today, Jocelyn?
No, but my car's somewhere out there, and I hope my car is not the new glove for the baseball.
Those kids on the home team live stream have some AirPods in. I'm going to assume they're obviously listening to us.
Definitely.
You can listen to our stream in the stadium. 0-1, fouled back once again, and Pijakovic falls behind 0-2 quickly with 2 outs. Pijakovic 0 for 4 yesterday. Got a strikeout. He entered into the game batting .286, having gone 2 for his last 7. Now 2 for his last 11. Big swing, catches a piece of it to stay alive. So when Radke started the game, 3 of the first 4 batters he faced, his first pitch was a ball. His last 4 have all been strikes. Really great turnaround for Radke, trying to get out of this inning, having only allowed 1 run. The 0-2, old foul. Jakovic way ahead of that one. Decent pitch by Radke 0-2 because you're putting it in the strike zone so they know that they have to protect, but it's not in the meat of the zone where they can actually do anything with it. Radke in the red, white, and blue uniforms gets ready to deal. Right in the middle for a called strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Radke's 7th of the year. Tyler Stone gets stranded out there on third, but the Missoula Paddleheads strike first in this one. Game 2 of the series, they lead it 1-0 as we enter into the bottom of the second inning after this quick break on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
Do you thrive on a challenge? Does crafting complex parts ignite your passion? Peterson Inc. isn't your average manufacturer. We're world-class, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We're looking for skilled welders and machinists to join our team. People who take pride in precision. If you're wanting to contribute to groundbreaking innovations, Peterson Inc. is your place. Visit petersoninc.com and join the team that builds the future.
At the Prairie Schooner, you can dine in a covered wagon next to an open prairie fire while enjoying our delicious hand-cut steaks, fresh seafood, and signature desserts. Our indoor recreation of the American Pioneer West provides a great atmosphere for intimate dinners, special events, and large banquets. Check out our menu at prairieschoonerrestaurant.com or call us at 801-392-2712 to reserve your table today.
Little moments become big when you don't have to worry about your finances. Money can be a giant source of stress, but it doesn't have to be. Here at Ascent Credit Union, we work to empower our members to be able to manage their money easily, quickly, and most importantly, without stress. When you aren't worrying about your finances, you get to enjoy life more. That's why we are here. Call 801-399-9728 for more information or visit ascentcu.com.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field. Arden Lockheim alongside Jocelyn Velteen. And it's Efren Monzo, the DH, with his Latin walk-up song, firing everyone up here. First pitch misses for a ball. Still Ryan Wentz out there working in his second inning right now. Next one works inside on Monzo, gets him to flinch just a little bit. So if you recall, Wentz just coming off a phenomenal start in his last game. He got the win. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, no runs. Monzo lifts this one, but it'll be out of play foul. Into the stands behind the Ogden Raptors dugout.
Heads up, Augie.
Yeah, Augie was pretty close to that one. I feel like he's pretty padded, though. I don't know how much damage it would do.
Probably not much. He probably can't see very much too. He hears heads. He's ducking.
Big cut, no connection by Monzo, and makes it 2-2. Wentz already has 1 strikeout on the night. That was Chase Valentine, the leadoff batter. The Raptors only struck out 3 times last night. It tied their least of the year, and that's a big area of emphasis for Campanello. But Monzo swings and misses, and that's his second strikeout of the night so far for Wentz. So as I was saying, as Bradley Pell comes in for his first at-bat of the night, Coach Campanello talks a lot about limiting to 6 or fewer strikeouts, because then you're making the infield commit 21 outs. You're not doing too much of the work for them. And you saw last night in that 5-error game, mistakes are going to happen if you put the ball in play. First pitch to Pell misses outside. Pell hits this one. It chops and bounces once, collected easily by the second baseman and given off to Tyler Stone at first for the out. Yukimoto read that one very well.
Wentz is doing a great job just pounding the strike zone, getting a lot of soft contact, getting ahead in the count. He's moving the ball very well. It's very fun to watch. Establishing both sides of the strike zones, keeping the Ogden Raptors off balance right now, not knowing where it's going to be. It's really just how to be successful as a pitcher, and Wentz is doing that.
Wentz, as you heard Evan Parker refer to, kind of the ace of the Missoula Paddleheads pitching room of sorts. So they need him to go far in this one. The 0-1 to Gio Ferraro works in on him, called strike. According to our TrackMan up here, that was a strike. Ferraro tends to crowd the plate a little bit, and so these inside ones that feel very inside to him are actually strikes. 0-2 to Ferraro. Holds back on that one nicely. Make it 1-2. In batting practice today, hitting coach Campy talked a lot about shrinking the zone for strike 2. See if they do that here. This one is chopped to the shortstop Pijakovic. Crossfield laser is caught by Tyler Stone for the third out of the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning for the Missoula Paddleheads defense, and they lead it 1-0 as we enter into the top of the third inning after this quick break on the Ogden Raptors broadcast network.
With so many options available, you may find it difficult to distinguish between contractors and which one is the best qualified to handle your important project. We would like to make this decision easy for you by summarizing what sets us apart from our competitors. Kier Construction has an experienced staff, annual revenues exceeding $100 million, and Kier has evolved into a diversified general contractor with experience in multi-unit and commercial construction. Kier Construction invites you to experience the difference. Call us at 801-627-1414.
Raptor fans, Tara Carney, your local Allstate insurance agent, wants you to know you are always in good hands with Allstate. They can help with all your insurance needs, from protecting your auto and property to your family's future with life and financial services and everything in between. Give Tara a call at 801-606-4547 or email her at tara@allstate.com for a free quote. You can even stop by her office on the corner of 20th and Washington. And remember, you're always in good hands with Allstate.
It starts with a vision, a goal that sets the wheels in motion. The path may be rough, but with grit, hard work, and the right support, no race is too tough. No goal beyond reach. Bank of Utah provides all the tools and expertise I need to get across the finish line. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Bank of Utah today.
Welcome back, Arden Lockheim alongside Jocelyn Velteen here. And the Missoula Paddleheads, as we enter into the top of the third inning, lead at 1-0 thanks to an RBI double from Tyler Stone last inning. Ryan Radke continues his work out there on the mound. First pitch misses too high to Ty Yukimoto. Yukimoto was the leadoff man yesterday, now moved down to the 9-hole. Fouls this one out of play, opposite field. He went 0 for 4 yesterday. It's not uncommon. There was many batters in the Missoula lineup yesterday who went 0 for. They only had 3 hits as a team. Radke winds and deals. Just barely misses the outside edge with his next pitch, and it's 2-1.
I can kind of see what the Paddleheads are trying to do. Mixing up the lineup, definitely, I think, just trying to find some consistency. A lineup that can just score the most runs, even if that means Yukimoto is just like a second leadoff batter. That's what that 9-hole can be used for.
Really, you're just trying to give base runners to roll into the top of your lineup. Yukimoto looking down a 3-1 count. The pitch misses too low, and that's a walk. First walk issued by either pitcher of the game. Yesterday, we had to wait all the way until maybe the 6th or 8th inning for that. Today happens in the 3rd. It's been a trouble so far, only 3 innings in for the Raptors, but it's base runners with no outs. The Tyler Stone double that went on to score Casarilla was with no outs, and now you have Yukimoto on first with no outs for Michael Kazuski. This one is foul ball, tailing high into foul play over on the left side of the field, and Carmine Lane settles himself under it, collect the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up the DH, Nick Klemp. He grounded out to Carmine Lane his first time up. The Raptors defense, the second baseman and shortstop playing just inside the outfield. Runner goes, Dodson decides not to throw because Jordan wasn't covering second. It's a stolen base for Tai Yukimoto. And that's huge for the Missoula Paddleheads as it gets them out of double play territory.
And it gets that runner in scoring position now for even for a deep pop fly or a base hit.
1-0 pitch right down Broadway for a called strike, and the count's now 1-1. Klemp still searching for his first hit of this series, 0 for 3 yesterday, and then grounded out, like I said, his first time up. The 1-1 hits this right back up the middle into center field. That'll be enough to score Yukimoto, who rounds third and just jaunts in quickly to home plate. So the Missoula Paddleheads increase their lead up to 2 thanks to an RBI single off the bat of Nick Klemp.
Yeah, that's why walks are just not beneficial. Putting on runners for free bases, defense can't defend that. Then the stolen base, just they're playing really good baseball right now, just setting up great to get runners on early, move them, and score early in the game as well.
Brings up Enzo Apodaca. This one, first pitch swinging, tails into center field once again. Klemp will casually jog to second base. Apodaca will take first, and that's another hit for the Paddleheads. Now runners on first and second with just 1 out in the top of the third. Both of those pitches have been just taken directly back up at Radke. That makes me think that he's missing too far over the plate, leaving it a little bit too much in the meat. Xavier Casarilla up. First pitch to him. An effort to frame was made by Dodson, but it misses outside for a ball. One out in the top of this third. Yukimoto on second. Klemp on first. Swing and a miss. Big cut makes it 1-1. Let me correct myself. Klemp on second. Apodaca on first. Yukimoto is sitting happily in the dugout because he scored 2 batters ago. Casarilla leads the team in hits, or at least is tied for the team lead in hits at 10. Looking to make that 11 as Radke's next pitch misses too high to make it 2-1. Two on, 1 out, runners on first and second. The Paddleheads trying to get to 500 on the year and snap a 3-game losing streak that dates back to their trip to Scudder. Big swing, no connection once again. Casarilla is swinging for the fences. He has 3 home runs on the year, which also leads the team, and that swing looked like it. 2-2. This would be a big strikeout for Radke as there's only 1 out with runners on first and second. And Tyler Stone is up next, who's big guy, big hitter, 11 RBIs on the season. He leads the team. 2-2, misses outside, full count. Radke trying to avoid his 3rd walk of the game and his 2nd of the inning. On the flip side, also looking for his 2nd strikeout of the game. The full count offering. Misses low. It's another walk.
I don't know if he's just trying to be a little too perfect. He's either based on like the pitch track and what we're seeing is he's either throwing it down the meat of the plate, which is getting hit pretty hard, or he's missing very far outside. It's just not very competitive right now. I'd like to see him just try to get a little bit back in the zone, more back in the zone, hitting those corners and hopefully getting some river calls as the umpire strikes could open the zone up a little bit.
Hank Dodson, the catcher, heads out to the mound to try to calm his pitcher down. Dodson filling the massive void left by Chris Sargent Jr., who was the absolute all-star catcher for the Raptors last year, batted above 300 and was an absolute force when it came to the defensive end. Tyler Stone will dig in now, as I mentioned. 11 RBIs, leads the team. That is now up to 12 RBIs with his last time, since he hit an RBI double his last time up. Another one right down Broadway, and Radke's lucky that that one was fouled back. With just one out in the top of this third inning, the Paddleheads have already scored once to make it a 2-0 game. Apodaca on third, Casarilla on second. Next pitch misses too high. (1-1) to Tyler Stone. Stone most recently played for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Cornhuskers. He was part of that Big Ten tournament winning team last year. 1-1. That one misses too high. Was a good pitch. We have the benefit of having TrackMan right next to us, so it actually did catch the upper part of the zone, but to the credit of the umpire behind home plate, just a small portion of it did. That 2-1 misses as well to make it 3-1.
It's a tough spot to be in, not the spot you want to be in. Struggling to throw strikes. Just got to make him hit it, make it competitive pitch. Hope that he pops it up or grounds out into a double play.
Double play is a big possibility right now. Force it every single base. The 3-1 gets their first strike. Stone will challenge. We're going to await the call, the red pocket challenge. And the call is confirmed, so it's a full count, 3-2. Huge payoff pitch. Radke has nowhere to put him. Bases are loaded. Cannot afford a walk right now. Paddleheads already lead it by 2. And we're only here in the third inning, so skipper Evan Parker would love Radke to go more than a few innings there. And he struck him out! Huge strikeout for Ryan Radke. Went down 3-1, had nowhere to put Stone, fought back with 2 consecutive strikes. And now the Raptors only need one more out to leave the bases loaded.
Yeah, Stone definitely did not think that was a strike. He was sitting there shaking his head for a second. Thought he might have challenged that pitch. But it's early in the game. He'll have another opportunity.
That brings up Will Bermudez. Base is still loaded. First pitch is fouled back. Bermudez batting .296 on the year. He swings very freely at the plate. He actually leads the team in strikeouts. Not exactly the category that you want to be leading the team in. Oh, 1-2 outs, bases loaded. Another one moves nicely right in there. There was a decent amount of east-west action on that one. Current TrackMan, 14.5 inches of horizontal break. And Radke has gone ahead quickly 0-2 on Bermudez. He has allowed 1 run in this inning, but it would be an absolute victory if he can get out with nothing more than that. Chopped up the first base line, but it's foul. The Raptors have seen themselves in a couple holes this year, most namely Game 6 against the Boise Hawks when they fell down 14-2. They actually battled all the way back to tie it up at 15, but then lost in the knockouts. Be huge right now for Radke to keep the deficit just at 2 with a strikeout. 0-2 pitch, fouled back. Really good fight from Bermudez in the box. Bermudez trying to avoid strikeout number 11 on the year. To his credit, he does have 10 RBIs. He's kind of a strikeout or big hit type of person. Bermudez flew out to Carmine Lane his last time up. They'd love that same type of result. Checks his swing. It fouls off to the 0-2 once again. So the count's 0-2, but we're already at the 6th pitch of this at-bat.
It's good to see Radke just competing in this at-bat. Not giving him an easy pitch to get a hold of, but also not. He's finding the strike zone a little bit better, which is good.
It's one of those things that we see that when you go ahead 0-2, like we said, the amount of pitches that you can pick from just opens up. Keeps the batter guessing in there in the box. Bermudez, the lefty, continues to fight against the righty Radke. Off-speed pitch, 78 miles an hour, misses way too high. It's 1-2. Radke did a good job, though, because he put himself in a position to be able to afford to throw that pitch.
No, exactly. He has a lot more to work with.
The 0-2 is pulled foul once again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. There's been 3 foul balls. I might have just done broadcaster math. That's okay.
That's okay.
Regardless, great fight by Bermudez. Radke gets the signal from Dodson. Base is still loaded. 2 outs. That one misses too high, and we're at 2-2. While it's not as full of a crowd tonight, it's still filling in a little bit, and you can feel the tension right now. It's early, only top of the 3rd inning, but 2-0 is a doable deficit to overcome. One swing of the bat, that could become a much more crooked number. Swing and a miss. Huge strikeout by Ryan Radke. Back-to-back strikeouts leave the bases loaded. And Missoula has to feel like they left a few out there. 3 base runners stranded, but they do score 1. They lead it 2-0 as we enter into the bottom of the 3rd inning after this quick break on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
Bowman Kemp Manufacturing has been in business for over 50 years. From the humble beginnings of Lael Bowman and Mel Kemp, the company has grown into a large steel facility, supplying structural steel, reinforcing steel, and basement window systems. The rebar and structural departments supply the United States, while the basement window systems division supplies the United States and Canada from coast to coast.
It starts with a vision, a goal that sets the wheels in motion. The path may be rough, but with grit, hard work, and the right support, no race is too tough. No goal beyond reach. Bank of Utah provides all the tools and expertise I need to get across the finish line. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Bank of Utah today.
GCB Computers. Refurbished, reliable, and ready to go. The computer you need at the price you can afford.
Foul tip for Colson Lawrence, and he falls behind 0-1. So far, Ryan Wentz has faced the minimum through 2 innings, trying to keep that momentum going. That one misses by a lot. Wentz has one of them. The pitch takes a long time to develop.
He really reaches back, fires it is very slow. But his whip, when he comes down, really gets that extension, get a lot of movement and a lot of speed on the ball.
Like we said, that slider usage is very high. That's what they're expecting. Foul tip by Lawrence makes it 2-2. Colson Lawrence most recently was a member of the Miami Marlins. 24-year-old from Hoover, Alabama, has some experience in the minor leagues and the big leagues. The 2-2 to him. He pulls this into deep left center field on the run. It's unable to get there as Kazuski. Lawrence will turn 2 all the way over at second and make it there standing up. And that's the first extra base hit of the night. That's actually the first hit of the night for the Raptors.
Number 21, Dylan Wilkinson.
And brings up Dylan Wilkinson, the first baseman. He came off a great night last night, went 2 for 3. He himself scored twice, and he also batted in 1 run. Looking to make it another here tonight. Hasn't had his greatest year batting thus far. I mean, I say year, it's been, what, 7 games, but 294 on the season so far. Looking to trade places with Lawrence out there. First pitch misses outside. Wentz in a position to allow his first run of the 2026 season. Went through the entire game last time without allowing a run. Fires his next pitch in there for a strike. Wilkinson, a returner to the Ogden Raptors. Played for the team last year, batted .317 last year. Looks to lay down a bunt, and it just barely scoots foul. But then it looked like it was coming back in play, but it barely went foul. That ball had some draw movement on it where it went foul up the first base line, then started kind of turning back in. And Wentz, the pitcher, smartly grabbed it before it tailed back in because Wilkinson was practically all the way down at first base.
Being able to read the spin on that is really smart play by the pitcher there. He surprised me with the bunt. That's such a just smart baseball IQ right there. First baseman's playing really back. Pitcher, he would have been safe if that ball would have tailed back into the fair territory.
By not showing bunt initially, the defense can't change their alignment as much. And Wilkinson, a half-hearted swing is all I can describe that one at. I think he started his swing almost when the ball was in Josker Feliciano's glove for the strikeout. Third strikeout of the night for Wentz.
I'm loving the walk-up songs.
They're great.
They have some great music taste, if I do say so myself.
I know Carmine Lane was one of the captains. We asked him preseason, what are you excited for? And the walk-up songs were really high on his list of excitement as Hank Dodson swings and misses on his first pitch.
It gives the players just a way to like identify. Like it pumps them up, gets them ready for their bat, gets the crowd involved too.
2 quick swings and misses make it 0-2 for Hank Dodson. Dodson went 0 for 2 yesterday, but did have 2 RBIs. Still had a productive night. Trying to switch places with Colson Lawrence, who still sounds out there on second base. Swung on, pulled, past the diving third baseman. It's mishandled by Pijakovic at shortstop. And Hank Dodson will be able to make it to first base, and that advances Lauren to third. So runners on the corners now, with just 1 out for Chase Valentine.
It looked like the ball was hit either off the end of the bat. It came off. It looked like it was hit pretty hard, came off pretty slow. And I don't know if it bumped off the third baseman there, but definitely should have been a made play.
Casarillo went to dive for it, and then Pijakovic mishandled it. Probably due to just the unexpectedness of Casarillo diving. So Chase Valentine, trying to bring at least one of his teammates home with just 1 out. With Lawrence standing on third, a deep fly ball would do it. But Valentine falls behind 0-1 quickly. Big cut, no connection, we're at 0-2. Valentine with his matching red shin guard and elbow guard that also goes very nicely with the current uniforms, I will say, with all of the red accents.
They're looking good.
See if Valentine can put a good swing on it. The 0-2 barely misses, and the catcher will challenge. If the challenge is correct, it would be a strikeout looking for Valentine.
I can't tell. Is it the fans are yelling at the umpire, or they're very vocal tonight. That's different than last night, for sure.
Yeah, definitely not as much. Another strikeout there, 3-pitch strikeout to Valentine. And it brings up Cole Jordan. He went 0 for 4 last night, but had been having a great year before that. Jordan leads the team in RBIs at 11. And with runners on the corners, a huge time to add to that number. First pitch, swinging. It's a deep fly ball into left field, and that one is off the wall. It'll be a double for Jordan. Dodson rounds third. He'll try to come home to score. The play at the plate is in time, and they get Jordan at the plate. But the run that's scored by Colson Lawrence will count. So Dodson out at home. Evan Parker kind of shaking his head coming off of third base about that base running miscue. But nonetheless, the Raptors still do cut into the lead. So they score 1 run. Missoula still leads it 2-1 as we enter into the top of the 4th inning after this quick break on the Ogden Raptors broadcast network.
This can keep a battle buddy safe from the risk of suicide. I get it, it's just a phone. But when you call a friend, you show that you care, which can help them fight their inner battle. Now drop and call 20 people.
Are you okay? You seem upset.
Who am I
Turns out
interviewing?
You were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
At GCB Computers, we specialize in high-quality, refurbished computers that save you money without sacrificing performance. We believe in use it before you buy it. Come into our showroom, power up your future computer, and test it out yourself so you can buy with confidence. Visit GCB Computers online at www.gcbcomputers.com or call 385-515-1797. That's GCB Computers, the computer you need at a price you can afford.
Welcome back to the Ogden Raptors broadcast network, and I think we're lucky enough to have a player joining us from the Ogden Raptors dugout right now. We'll be Josker Feliciano in the box for those of you watching. First pitch, this one is hit hard into deep right field, and that's a home run. So we'll hold up 1 second on the interview. A home run by Josker Feliciano. So obviously not what they want to see in the dugout for the Raptors, but how's the feeling in the dugout, I guess, prior to that home run?
I mean, this early in the game, you're always up, always looking to do what you can. This early in the game, never feel out of it this early in the game. So we feel good. Keep on the game plan.
Nolan Ficklin, the pitcher, thanks so much for joining us. Nolan, you had a nice outing last night. How'd it feel to play in front of the fans here at home?
That was good. Obviously, we started on the road, so being able to come back in front of fans is good. And home opener W is always good. So it felt good to be out there.
You guys are trying to win back-to-back games for your first time this year. What's the game plan coming into this one?
I think, pitching side of things, keep filling up the strike zone. Offensively, keep stringing hits together and let it come.
Awesome. Nolan, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.
Awesome to have those in-game interviews. Probably not what he wanted to hear me saying through his ears as I started calling the home run, but that was a deep shot by Josker Feliciano. He's the player who entered this game 1 for his last 11. He went 2 for 4 yesterday, and now a home run. This one chopped by Tai Yakamoto. It's collected on the hop by Cole Jordan, and they'll record the out over there at first base.
It's good response from Radke after giving up that home run, just coming back and getting 2 outs to get that momentum hopefully back on the Raptors side.
After the home run, he caused a fly out by Pijakovic to right field, and then that grounder handled nicely by Jordan for outs 1 and 2. So if you continue to get out of these innings without crooked numbers, and you just need your offense to come to play a little more than it has been thus far. But the biggest thing is to avoid those crooked numbers. You can live with the ones. Bases cleared for Michael Kazuski. He'll golf this one foul.
Might have hit someone's car. I don't know. Those always scare me.
I'm learning as time goes on where not to park my car and where I think I could be safe parking my car. And up that left side, left field line is not safe. The 1-1. Radke misses. Pretty far off. If Radke can bounce back here after the given up home run and go 1-2-3, it would be massive, and I think it gives Evan Parker the confidence to keep him in the game. I think if you continue to let it bleed a little bit, this could be the end of the line. There's a little bit of action in the bullpen for the Raptors. 3-1. That's in there for a called strike, too. Very good job. It's Christian Diaz warming up over there for the Raptors. But Radke with a full count in front of him, trying to work out of this one. Radke looking for strikeout number 4. This one is hit into left field. Going back to the wall is Ferraro, just shy of the warning track, and he makes the catch. So a great bounce back by Ryan Radke and his defense behind him. They give up 1 home run to start off the inning, but then they retire the next 3. Missoula Paddleheads lead it 3-1, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 4th inning after this quick break on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
GCB Computers. Refurbished, reliable, and ready to go. The computer you need at the price you can afford.
Windward Electric is the foremost commercial and industrial electrical contractor in the Intermountain West. We value relationships as we strive to provide exceptional experiences for our clients. Call 801-648-7270 for a quote or visit windwardelectric.com today.
Don't be a bench warmer. Call the insurance center so that you can get on the field and have a good time and get your insurance done properly. Go Raptors!
LWE has become an industry leader and performed new construction and retrofit work to companies in several industries. LWE is located in northern Utah and has performed work throughout the western United States. We can be reached at 801-621-3220.
Welcome back, Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network, and we are lucky enough to be joined by the visiting manager of the Missoula Paddleheads, manager Michael Schlack. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, glad to be here.
You guys have bounced back really well in this game, 3-1. What was said after the loss last night to get the momentum rolling right now?
This has to do with energy and trusting who you are. You know, each guy on this roster has something that they bring to the table. And at times in this league especially, you can have an identity crisis a little bit. You know, you see balls flying out and you forget what your game is. So we just reminded them about what they do well, and we reminded them how to get back to their game again.
Pitcher Ryan Wentz having a great night so far. What do you feel like him and the rest of your defense are doing well right now?
Yeah, Ryan's just pounding the zone right now. He's got a good 3-pitch mix, and he's out there, you know, trying to keep them guessing. And I think when you command the secondary stuff, that's where you start to do a good job of getting out.
Well, there's strong defensive play for you guys there. And then lastly, you stacked up 3 1s in a row in that run column. What do you guys need to do to maybe create those crooked numbers?
Yeah, I think we just situationally hit. I think the biggest thing for us is when we get guys in scoring position, we got to know what we're doing. And some guys that are up there, I think they're trying to get too big. They're trying to hit the ball out of the park when sometimes all you got to do is move a guy over. So reminding them of that, reminding them of what they do well, and just keep moving the guys over. That's the biggest thing we can do.
That's team manager Michael Schlacht. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Another good defensive play by the Missoula defense for out number 1. And that brings up Efren Monzo, the DH. And like Schlacht said, Ryan Wentz has just been absolutely pounding the zone. He's already got 4 strikeouts on the night. Raptors have only racked up 5 hits against him.
I loved what Michael had to say just about coming off that loss. It can be hard to start trying to change your identity as a team, but reminding them what makes them successful and how each person brings something to the table allows them to be at their best. Just feeding off of each other as well.
Exactly like you said, the 2-1 to Monzo is foul. Make it a 2-2 count. And I think what Schlacht was talking about is, and what the team's doing really well, is that even when a ball gets hit like Carmine Lane just did, that was a pretty hard hit ball. It was a difficult play per Pijakovic at short, but he just stayed within himself, took his time, and made a routine play look easy. 2-2, 1 out. That next one is inside on Monzo. So a full count here for Efren Monzo. He struck out his last time up, trying to avoid the same fate. Fouls this one back to stay alive. What hitting coach Campy for the Raptors felt like is that his batters were trying so hard to protect a huge zone on 2 strikes. And today he wanted them to just shrink it just slightly. The 3-2, fouled back once again. Good protection by Monzo on that one, though. He was jammed, but it was in the zone, so just took it opposite field out of play to give himself another life. Monzo batting .407 on the year. This one is hit hard into the left field. That'll go down for a base hit, maybe more. Monzo rounds first and then thinks better of it and heads back to first. But a really good 3-2 count hitting by Monzo, and that's a base runner for the Raptors.
That ball's just hung a little bit on the inside half of the plate. He was able to pull it pretty hard. Just laced it. Wasn't hit soft enough to bring the left fielder in, but...
No, you talked about it. A really hard hit ball. You love to see it if you are the Ogden Raptors, who have not had that many base runners so far tonight. Bring up Bradley Pell. First pitch in there for a strike against him. Pell did not play the final 3 games of the Boise Hawks series and then came in last night to try to provide a little bit more of a spark for the lineup. He was 0 for 3 coming into his last at-bat and then had an RBI double. Kind of broke the game open in the bottom of that 8th inning. One inside, and they'll make it 1-2. 2-1. Wentz has now gone almost 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, has not issued a walk yet tonight. On the other end, Radke has given up 3 free passes, and they have been capitalized on. Pell with 1 out and a runner on first, trying to take advantage. Chops this one up the first base line, foul. One out in the bottom of this 4th inning. Missoula leads it 3-1. Raptors took the first game of this series, trying to stack back-to-back wins for their first time this year. Missoula trying to rake a 3-game losing streak. 2-2 pitch misses outside, and we're full. Monzo hit a nice grounder up the third base line, 3-2 count. Pell will not need to do the same because he's walked. First free pass issued tonight by Ryan Wentz. So now with 2 runners on for the Raptors, the tying run stands on first, represented by Bradley Pell. Go ahead run is Gio Ferraro in the box. With just 1 out, a situation that you have to feel like you need to take advantage of if you're the Raptors. Ferraro, first pitch swinging. That one is grounded through the gap into left field. Monzo coming around to score. The play at the plate. And he is out. It honestly looked like Feliciano was blocking the plate a little bit, but Evan Parker not coming out to have any word. Oh, yes, no, he is. He's walking into our home plate umpire right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the rule is. If you have possession of the ball, if you can block home plate, but it did look like it could be obstruction.
And it looks like Feliciano is going to get checked out by their trainer. It was a pretty hard collision. You're usually supposed to leave the back part of the plate exposed, especially until you get the ball. Once you get the ball, you can, be taking up as much as you want. But the throw from the cutoff man had not arrived yet by the time that Monzo was there. But it was still a good defensive play. Evan Parker's pleas will be to no avail. And it'll be 2 outs now. No run score. Really good defensive playing by the Missoula Paddleheads. Bradley Pell was able to advance to second on that Gio Ferraro single. Efren Monzo obviously gunned down at home for the second out of the inning, and it brings up Colson Lawrence. He doubled his last time up and then went on to score. First pitch to him. Slides nicely into the strike zone for strike 1. This one is chopped into the glove of third baseman. He'll take the play at second, but he came off the... Oh, no, he stayed on the bag, excuse me. All of the defenders started running in. The second baseman, Tai Yukimoto, went to grab this slightly errant throw from Casarilla, and he came off the bag, but apparently it happened after he made connection. So a couple questionable calls, questionable defensive situations, but nonetheless, the Raptors had 2 runners on with just 1 out, and they still walk away with no runs. Missoula Paddleheads lead at 3-1 as we enter into the top of the 5th after this quick break on the Ogden Raptors broadcast network.
LWE has become an industry leader and performed new construction and retrofit work to companies in several industries. LWE is located in northern Utah and has performed work throughout the western United States. We can be reached at 801-621-3220.
Hi, I'm Christopher with Absolute Comfort Heating and Air, and I would do anything to keep my customers comfortable. And when it comes to family, I would do anything for love. I'd fix just about anything. You know I would do anything for you. But I won't do that.
But you won't do that.
At Absolute Comfort, I'll do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable.
Do you thrive on a challenge? Does crafting complex parts ignite your passion? Peterson Inc. isn't your average manufacturer. We're world-class, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We're looking for skilled welders and machinists to join our team. People who take pride in precision. If you're wanting to contribute to groundbreaking innovations, Peterson Inc. is your place. Visit petersoninc.com and join the team that builds the future.
This broadcast is the exclusive property of the Ogden Raptors Baseball Club and the Pioneer Baseball League. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Ogden Raptors and the Pioneer Baseball League is strictly prohibited.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field. Missoula Paddleheads lead it 3-1 in the top of this 5th inning. New pitcher in there in that call to the bullpen for the Ogden Raptors. Oh, excuse me. No, that's still Ryan Radke. He was looking a little taller than he did before. This one is popped up behind home plate. Hank Dodson drops his mask. He'll retreat back to the fence and catch that one for out number 1.
That's a tough play to make as a catcher. You got to drop your helmet. You got to find the fence. You're all turned around, but that was a really good play.
And the spin on those is difficult because you're facing backwards towards the netting behind home plate, but that ball often wants to tail back towards in play. It'll be Enzo Apodaca up now with 1 out. First pitch in there for Ryan Radke. It's been really important for the Raptor starters, really any starter for any team here in the Pioneer League, especially with these 6-game series, to go far. You want your starter to go pretty deep. This one is swung on and chopped. Hot shot caught by Dylan Wilkinson, and he'll hand it off to Radke to make the out at first. That was well played by Wilkinson. It took a pretty big hop on the seam in between the grass and the dirt there along the first base line, and he handled it really well.
Radke did a good job of getting over there, too. A lot of times pitchers, just you think they're sedentary, stuck to the mound, but those plays like that where it's tricky, Radke had to come over and cover, and he did a great job getting there.
2 quick outs. Radke, a much better start to this inning than the home run he gave up to Feliciano in the last one. Next pitch. First pitch strike once again to Xavier Casarilla. Casarilla, the third baseman, was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in the 20th round in 2021. Didn't exactly go the way he wanted, and so now he's back here at this level of ball with the Missoula Paddleheads. He's been in Pioneer League for a little bit. He played for the Billings Mustangs last year. The 0-2 to him is hit hard. It'll be Valentine from shortstop trying to come in on it, but it'll make it all the way out to Lawrence in center field, and that'll go down as a base hit.
When you're ahead in the count 0-2, it's hard to see giving up an 0-2 hit. Would have liked to see Radke just get a little bit more off the plate with that pitch. It was a little on the plate, and I think that's what allowed him to get it up the middle.
So it brings up Tyler Stone. Last time up he struck out, he was one of those 2 huge back-to-back strikeouts that Radke achieved to leave the bases loaded. Stone's first time up, however, he did double. That's what got the first Paddlehead runs on the board. 1-0-2 outs in the top of this 5th inning. Swing in and miss by Tyler Stone.
That was disgusting. That's what you would call in softball, and always say, that's a sword. When you don't know if you're going to get hit, but you have no choice to swing. But that was a good pitch.
That was absolutely dirty pitch. Makes it a 1-1 count. Casarilla over there on first. Stone hits this opposite field, but it'll tail out of play. Radke sits ahead in this count 1-2. 3 strikeouts on the night to go along with 3 walks. Not exactly the ratio you want there, but the 3 strikeouts you'll take. Radke, walks have been a slight issue. He issued 4 free passes his last time up. Stone fouls this one back to stay alive. Ooh, huge. That sound, I don't know if that picked up on air, but it absolutely echoed. The foul ball landed on top of the metal roofing that we have along Lindquist Field, and it sounded like a gong. Do the 1-2 again, 2 outs. Casarillo over there on first. Radke's pitch is hit hard. It's cutting really far into deep left field. It'll hit the wall, and it'll go down as at least a double. Casarillo rounding third, coming home to try to score. There will be a play at the plate, but it's not in time. And another RBI double for Tyler Stone with 2 outs, and the Missoula lead is up to 3.
Ahead in the count once again for Radke. That pitch was a little lower in the zone. That ball really tailed, like, hard to the left. Because for a second, I thought that Kazuski was going to be able to catch that, but it must have been just the spin on the ball, but that goes down for a double.
Yeah, that probably had a good 10 yards of movement to the left. It started out almost just dead on into center field and then ended up at our Golden West Credit Union sign in kind of center left field. So Tyler Stone stands on second after trading places. Or, excuse me, not quite trading places. Casarilla scored from first. So after scoring Casarilla, brings up Will Bermudez. Still 2 outs. And a big cut by Bermudez on strike 1. Like we said, Radke, yes, he has allowed a run in every inning except for inning 1, but it's only been 1. Still has avoided those crooked numbers pretty well. Misses on that one to make it 1-1. Bermudez 0 for 2 tonight. He's had an RBI in every game this year. 7 straight games, yet to have one in the game tonight. The 1-1 works inside on him, almost clipped him. Two one, 2 outs. Tyler Stone out there on second. Paddleheads have already scored 1 in this inning. They lead the game 4-1. Radke, the 2-1 offering, misses outside 3-1. Radke has not had success being ahead in the count, so maybe we'll see him have some success 3-1 right now.
Yeah, it'd be good to just see him just get a weak contact ground ball, not give up another hit. That put up a crooked number in this inning, and that's what we're trying to avoid.
The 3-1 is hit hard. It's tailing high into right field. That's a really high wall out there, and it bounces off of it. Stone will score from second. And Bermudez makes it all the way to second himself. So that's 8 straight games with an RBI. If he hit that in practically any other part of the field, it probably would have been gone. It's just that that wall out there in the right field, as you can see, is really crazy tall. Hell played it pretty well off the wall, but not quite enough to stop Stone from scoring. And a crooked number now.
Man, that thing was a moonshot. Off the bat, I thought it was gone, but like you said, that wall is just the tallest point. Although it is shorter part of the field at 373, you would have had to hit that thing a little bit further. Still a hard hit.
And we're going to have a mound visit here. Looks like that'll be the end of Radke's day, and so we will have the call to the bullpen. Coming in, number 23 for the Ogden Raptors, that's Christian Diaz. Diaz has already pitched 3 times this year, all 3 of them in relief. His longest outing of the year came in Game 1 against the Boise Hawks. He went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 2 strikeouts. He faced 6 batters. The next 2 haven't gone quite his way. Game 3 was a rough one. He went 1 1/3, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs. He gave up a home run facing 7 batters. It was a slightly better bounce back in Game 5, won an inning at his 3rd as well. Gave up 3 hits, 1 run. He walked 1, struck out 1, and faced 8 batters. So we're hoping, so the Raptor fans here are hoping to get the Christian Diaz of Game 1, more so than the Christian Diaz of Game 3. What's hard right now for the Raptors is that they just haven't quite gotten their bats going. They have 5 hits on the night compared to the Missoula's 7, and they've left quite a few base runners stranded. They've already left 4 base runners stranded.
And if I remember, there are 2 outs at home, right? Those are also lost. Just like being smarter on the bases a little bit. I don't know if the coaches are sending, but if you have your meteor lineup up and you get bases loaded, that's a lot better position than just getting even first, second, any out at home plate is just never good.
Yeah, Hank Dodson got called out at home. And then it was also Efren Monzo getting called out in home the next inning. So you can't play Monday quarterback, but if you were to do so, got to look at those 2 plays at the plate. Joscar Feliciano will be the first batter that Diaz faces in a 2-out situation with Will Bermudez out there on second. First pitch, misses too low for ball 1.
Diaz coming into the situation, I think he needs to get an out. I know it's easier said than done, but just getting contact, not allowing another run to be scored in this inning and just shut him down so we can get our bats going.
1-0, 2 outs, big swing and a miss, and we're 1-1. Feliciano, one of the hotter bats on the team right now. He homered his last time up. He went 2 for 4 yesterday. He's 1 for 2 today. Makes him 3 for 6 on the series, so batting .500 in this series. 1-1, 2 outs. Bermudez bouncing around on the base paths. And we'll have a pitch clock violation on Christian Diaz, and there's no assists or stuff like that in baseball, but that should be credited to Will Bermudez because all of his antics on the base paths held Christian Diaz's stare for just a little bit longer, and that violation makes it 2-2. This one is hit past the glove of Cole Jordan. Bermudez will come around third to score, and an RBI single for Feliciano increases the already explosive fifth inning up to 3 runs for the Missoula Paddleheads. The Paddleheads kind of doing it in all different ways right now. A couple grounders, a couple hard hit liners, and then the Bermudez ball that I thought was going out of the park.
We're definitely seeing the ball very well tonight. Just lots of hard contact, all sides of the fields.
The 1-0 is hit, handled by Valentine, and they'll get the final out over there at second. A good cover by Cole Jordan, but not before the Missoula Paddleheads score 3 runs in the top of that fifth inning to take a 6-1 lead. Now the Raptors, you know that they can come back from a deficit. They've shown it in game 6, but not the position that you wanted to be in entering the bottom of the fifth inning. And now we've got a really fun situation. We're interviewing Tim Smith, from the Ogden Mustangs. Tim, how are we doing? I don't know if we can. Oh, there we go. We got you. Okay.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am great. Happy to have you here. So not quite the inning that you wanted to see last, but what do you like out of the Raptors right now?
Oh, the Raptors are doing great. We've been paying attention to them. Great start on the season. When we're not on the ice, we're watching the Raptors.
Love it, love it. So what do you think of the new improvements to the stadium? New infield, new screen out there in left field, and a new sound system.
New sound system, new screen. Kind of a funny story with the new sod. Our players wanted to come play some baseball at the end of our season. Couldn't play because you guys were laying new sod out. So we're going to have our players come out at the end of your season when they report back in the fall.
What similarities do you see between hockey and baseball?
Oh, there's so many similarities. The camaraderie. One's played on ice. Many similarities. Sports is sports. We love sports.
Awesome. Tim, thanks so much for taking the time to join us. Keep cheering on your Raptors.
Hey, thank you for having me.
And we're just about ready to get underway for the bottom of the fifth inning. We'll just roll right into it. How about it? Arden Laukheim alongside Jocelyn Velteen, bringing you this one on Home Team Live, YouTube audio stream, wherever you're listening to us. We thank you for joining us. And Dylan Wilkinson and his Raptors have a tall hill to climb. First pitch hit swinging, one hop into the glove of second baseman Yukamoto, and he'll get the out over there at first with Tyler Stone. Not the start to the inning that you wanted when you're trailing by 5. Feel like in the fifth inning, you still have over half the game ahead of you. It's exactly half, the exact halfway point. This feels like a time where a 5-run deficit is doable, but the second that you start stacking up the zeros on the scoreboard, it just gets more and more difficult. First pitch to Hank Dodson, too far inside.
It's kind of fun having the TrackMan up here because it just makes you realize that umpires, they sometimes miss some calls, and that's very normal. They're human too, but the challenges also make it fun and interesting too to see how well the catchers know their pitchers and how well they know the strike zone as well.
And so that one, we actually had Ryan Wentz, the pitcher, do the red pocket challenge, and he was successful. So the count now, and another strike after that. So the count now 0-2. That's the first time I have seen a pitcher challenge. I think sometimes they want to avoid that with the 0-2 coming in. Wave and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout for Ryan Wentz. He's dealing right now. What I was going to say is I heard that quite a few college coaches, I heard this on TV during the Big Ten tournament, don't let their pitchers challenge just because they have a lot of emotion involved. They don't have as great of a vantage point, but credit to Ryan Wentz. He knew that it was in there, and he was right.
Wentz is very calm and cool and collective on the mound, which I like to see in some pitchers. Never letting anything flatter him or just fluster him is what I meant to say. Just keeping it cool, keeping him consistent as well.
2 batters up, 2 outs, and it brings the top of the order back up. Chase Valentine, 0 for 2 on the night, 2 strikeouts. Has not been his night so far, and he stares an 0-2 count straight in the face right now. Valentine trying to avoid the same fate as he had his last 2 times up. 0-2 pitch is hit really hard into deep center field at the warning track. Going under it is Kazuski. A great defensive play for the 3rd out of the inning. And Ryan Wentz continues to deal on the mound. So a quick 1-2-3 inning. That is the 3rd 1-2-3 inning of the game so far for the Paddleheads, and they lead it 6-1 as we enter into the top of the 6th inning after this break on the Ogden Raptors broadcast network.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
At the Prairie Schooner, you can dine in a covered wagon while enjoying our delicious hand-cut steaks, fresh seafood, and signature desserts. Go to prairieschoonerrestaurant.com or call us at 801-392-2712 to reserve your table today.
Welcome back from the break. Tonight's broadcast is presented on the Home Team Network for live video streaming, on YouTube for audio-only coverage, and on 88.9 FM for In the Park Radio.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field on the Ogden Raptors broadcast network. The Missoula Paddleheads lead this one 6-1. Both teams entered into this game 3-4 on the season. The Raptors trying to stack back-to-back wins for the first time this season. The Paddleheads trying to break a 3-game losing streak, in decent position to do so right now. Christian Diaz's first pitch catches the strike zone for strike 1. Diaz came in the middle of the last inning, so this will be his first full inning of work. Next pitch misses too low. This is Tai Yukamoto, the second baseman, digging in. 0 for 1 on the night. He did work a walk his first time up. Swung on this one. It's a fly ball tailing into left field. Settling himself under it is Gio Ferraro, and that's the first out of the inning. And that's more what you like to see if you're the Raptors. It was a low-stress play, defensive, just routine. It's what you like to see. There hasn't been a lot of routine in the past few innings.
No, hopefully Diaz can settle in here. Just get some quick outs so we can get just more time to hit, get more runs on the board.
Kazuski fouls that one away. Kazuski on a 7-game hitting streak entering this game, but he's 0 for 3 on the night so far. He grounded out and then flew out his last 2 times up. His first time facing Diaz, the 0-1 is fouled back, and he's been behind both of Diaz's pitches. That one at only 80 miles an hour, I think he almost waited too long on. He was thinking fastball, he got the off speed, waited on it, and then just waited a hair too long. 0-2, 1 out already. Diaz looking for his first strikeout of the night, but his next pitch misses too high. Kazuski played his college ball with the Kansas Jayhawks. Played for 3 different summer ball teams. And then he also played for Cincinnati. So this man has worn quite a few different uniforms. Paddlehead uniform being the 7th in his career. And after Diaz got ahead 0-2 quickly, he looks a full count in the face right now. Last 3 pitches have all been balls. Three-two pitch from Diaz. Gets him looking. on strike 3. Michael Kozuski will challenge, but we can tell you looking at the TrackMan right here, that's going to be confirmed. So it's strikeout number 1 on the night for Christian Diaz. 1-2 innings so far.
How many challenges do they have left? I feel like they've challenged awfully a lot.
They've been successful a few times, but they might be out. We'll try to get you the information on that. It brings up Nick Klemp. 1 for 3 on the night. He singled his last time. Excuse me, flew out his last time up, singled in the 3rd, and he watches ball 1 sail past him. That one nowhere near the zone for Diaz. Diaz also a pretty unique pitching motion. Kind of dangles his right arm before he comes into the stretch. He fires his next pitch in there for strike 1. Diaz does have the benefit right now of some guys in the order seeing him for the first time, where for Radke, they had seen him 3 times for some of them by the time he went out of the game. Klemp fouls the 1-1 pitch up the third base line, and it's 1-2. Diaz looking for possibly back-to-back strikeouts and a 1-2-3 inning. This one could be huge for the momentum for the Raptors, which has been stalling. But the 1-2 pitch misses too low to make it 2-2. You can see her saying on the home team live, "Oh, we're live." Yeah, you are. Say hi to all the viewers. Christian Diaz trying to give these fans something to cheer about, and he does so. A swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning, and a 1-2-3 inning. In the top of this 6th is the best inning that the Raptors have had in quite a while. First time they've held the Paddleheads scoreless since the 2nd inning. They'll see if they can keep that momentum going in their bats when we come back for the bottom of the 6th inning after this break on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
If you're a business owner with 1 or more employees, you'll need a workers' compensation policy. A workers' compensation policy is required in almost every state. No matter what type of work, if your employee gets hurt on the job, a workers' compensation policy addresses medical care and lost income for injured employees, fatality benefits for families and workers killed on the job, and your potential liability for covered claims. Workers' compensation coverage is divided into 2 categories: workers' compensation insurance, which helps care for the injured employee, and employer's liability insurance, which protects you. At WCF, we provide safety training, medical care, return to work coordination, and more. When your employee gets hurt on the job, we'll take care of you both.
Welcome back from the break. Tonight's broadcast is presented on the Home Team Network for live video streaming, on YouTube for audio-only coverage, and on 88.9 FM for In the Park Radio.
Welcome back. It's Cole Jordan digging in for his 3rd bat of the night. 1 for 2 on the night thus far, and who better than your captain to get some sort of rally going? Ryan Wentz, first pitch ball. He continues his work out there on the mound. Entering into his 6th inning of work. This is his longest outing of the season thus far. His next pitch breaking the bat of Cole Jordan, and I think that might have thrown off the third baseman Casarilla slightly because the ball slips past him all the way into left field. And that'll be a start-off single for Cole Jordan to get this inning going.
It's kind of rare to see that, but I can only imagine as a third baseman kind of how scary that is. You're trying to focus on fielding the ball, and then you see a piece of wood flying at you. I don't know if that's going to get marked down as a hit or as an error. I would assume a hit.
He didn't touch it.
Yeah.
So I believe it has to be a hit.
Yeah.
But Wentz, like I was saying, he went 5 innings in his start against the Oakland Ballers. So now entering his 6th inning, longest outing of the year. And the other captain, Carmine Lane, stepping in now. Carmine 0 for 2 on the night. Leads the team with 12 hits on the year. He added to it yesterday with a home run. It's a towering solo shot. Big cut, no connection, and it makes it 1-1. No outs. Cole Jordan over there on first base. Carmine Lane chops this one into the glove of Casarillo. He'll try to turn 1 at second, does so, and turn 2 at first over to Stone. A 5-4-3 double play to get 2 outs in the top of this 6th.
That's just a momentum killer. If there was any momentum that the Raptors had, that was just killed right into the dirt. Still, though, 2 outs. Still look to get runners on and hopefully bring something back. Maybe put up a run this inning.
First pitch to Efren Monzo in there for a strike. Oh, 100%. Just such a momentum killer. Have a good piece of leadoff hitting by Cole Jordan and then just stifle it. Swinging on this one is Monzo. It's collected easily by Yukimoto at second and given off to Tyler Stone. A 1-2-3 inning, not done exactly the by-the-book way, but a double play and then a grounder, and the Raptors continue to trail this one 6-1 as we enter into the top of the 7th inning after this break on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
Men can take a hit. We can tough it out. We're told to suck it up a lot more than we're asked to talk it out. But the truth is, the only way to tackle what's up here is to simply say what we're feeling. With friends, family, or the Utah Crisis Hotline. Put this number in your contacts right now. And if you're ever wondering if you have someone to talk to, you do. 24/7.
Welcome to Lindquist Field here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network. Christian Diaz continuing to work out there on the mound. This will be his 2nd full inning of work going against Enzo Apodaca. Apodaca watches first pitch sail past him for ball 1. It was a decent bounce back night for Apodaca. He at least recorded his first hit of the series, but he's still just 1 for 3. Next pitch in there for a strike. Apodaca is the lead for the team in batting average. Entered this game at 370, but it's going to fall a little bit with that 1-3 clip in this game. 1-1 pitch, decent block by Dodson behind the plate, makes it 2-1. 6-game homestand, and tickets are on sale now by calling 801-393-2450 or at ogden/raptors.com, or simply stop by the Lindquist Field box office in person at 23rd and Lincoln. Fouled back. You know, the Raptors are the 9th highest attended sports team in Utah, including the colleges, and #1 attended venue north of Salt Lake, and that's all because of these phenomenal Raptors fans. So come get your tickets for the rest of this season. There's a lot of good promotions as well. I think we got Thirsty Thursday coming up.
I think today's, is it Wiener Wednesday? I think that's what I saw.
That sounds right. I think that's right. And then on Sunday, there's just free food.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. And you get it with a side of just beautiful mountains to look at. And great baseball.
I was going to say, and the baseball's good too.
Baseball.
2-2. And that one misses to make it 3-2. Apodaca grounded out up the first base line his last time up. 3-2, no outs. This one right along the first base line again, but in the hole between first and second, and that'll go down as a base hit collected by Bradley Pell out there in right field. 92-mile-an-hour exit velocity, and that was a pretty hot shot in that gap. It was a pretty similar location to his last hit and just moved it over, a couple feet out of the stretching hands of Dylan Wilkinson. A leadoff base runner when you're already leading by 5 has to feel pretty good. Brings up Xavier Casarilla. First pitch misses for ball 1. Casarilla has reached base every single time he's come up and has already scored twice tonight. Reached base twice via a walk, once thanks to a single, and this one is hit very hard up the left side, and that one is a goner. Gio Ferraro didn't even try to play it. That's how hard it exited the bat. Exit speed of 104. It went 393 feet and hung in the air for 4 seconds. Just an absolute moonball. Cracks the game open for Missoula, and they lead it 8-1.
Yeah, that pitch was just left a little too right down the middle. I think that ball might have found my car out there in left field.
I think I have good news for you. I think it hit a fence over the other fence.
That's good. That's good. Not good for the Raptors, but good for my car.
First pitch strike from Christian Diaz. 2-run homer from Xavier Casarilla gives the Missoula Paddleheads a 7-run lead. Tyler Stone trying to continue to add to it, and there's still no outs in the top of this 7th inning. Stone has doubled twice tonight. Had a very productive night thus far, and you can see Diaz kind of throwing away for him. Not surprising, given the just the amount of power that Stone has shown off tonight. Stone standing at 6'3", 240. Kind of looks like a power hitter. The 2-1 to him outside as well, and Diaz is not really giving Stone anything to play with. Kind of felt like the Raptors had something going, putting a goose egg on the board in the 6th inning defensively. But now in the top of the 7th inning, we've had a home run and now a walk issued to Tyler Stone with no outs. That brings up number 8, Will Bermudez. He was the first batter that Diaz faced, and he proceeded to tattoo him for an RBI double. Evan Parker will come in for a meeting. Doesn't look like we have a lot of action over there in the bullpen, I don't think. Oh, nope, that will be the end of Christian Diaz's night. So it looks like, that looks to me like Myles Garrett coming in, another call to the bullpen. It'll be the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Raptors so far. And it will be Myles Garrett. Number 18, Myles Garrett, 5'10", 180. It's got a 3-pitch selection, a fastball, 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, and a cutter. The fastball, he throws gas. It can sit up in those upper 90s. So far this year, Garrett has showed up in 3 games. He went a third of an inning in relief in Game 1 against the Boise Hawks. Faced 3 batters, gave up 2 runs on no hits, however. Game 2, went an inning, no hits, no runs, and 1 strikeout. That's been his best outing of the year so far. And then in Game 4 against the Hawks, went 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, with a strikeout. But Garrett hasn't faced more than 4 batters yet this year. The minimum, if he goes through this entire inning, that he would have to face is 3, given he's coming in with no outs.
I think it's a good time to allowing him to get his feet on the ground, and hopefully later on in the season he'll be able to be in the staff for more competitive innings.
Myles Garrett recently played at Vanderbilt, which was one of the best college teams in the country last year. Our season didn't quite finish out, one of his first years in pro ball. So he'll enter into the game with Tyler Stone standing on first, no outs, and his team trailing 8-1. We talked about the kind of deliberate way that Ryan Wentz pitches for the Paddleheads. Myles Garrett is almost the opposite. It's whippy, it's snappy. I mean, you can see it right there. I'm impressed with the strength of his hat to just stay on throughout that whole motion.
He's very quick. He just snaps that thing, stays pretty low. Not very long. He doesn't really usually when you follow through really hard, that's when the hat comes flying off. He's just, I don't know. It's interesting.
There's a pitcher like that at Nebraska, Tyner Horn, who I've called quite a few times, and they had to create some sort of mechanism to keep his hat on because it was delaying game too much.
Interesting.
Will Bermudez steps in, first pitch from Garrett in there for a strike. The bullpen has been not the greatest for the Raptors. It was the bullpen yesterday that gave up 2 of the runs in the 3-run game, and this would be big for Garrett even if they don't win the game, to just show that he can be a reliable member of that bullpen that they can count on. I mean, this is a team that plays over 90 games in the season. Bermudez has faced a new pitcher in both of his last 2 at-bats. Kind of hard to get a rhythm, but doing a pretty good job. Next one works inside on him. Good block by Dodson, and that holds up Stone at first. Stone is one of the larger built first basemen, and he's not the most fleet of foot, so probably would need a pretty big pass ball to take second. So a 2-1 count for Myles Garrett. This kind of been why the Ogden Raptors are struggling to stack wins. I mean, a couple of them came in knockout rounds versus Boise Hawks. So those ones are hard to count on, but it's just been creating too big of a deficit too early, and Will Bermudez needs to take cover. That one looks to have flipped him on the helmet. Bermudez will collect himself. The Missoula Paddleheads trainer is getting quite a lot of action tonight. Every single coach will come in and convene to check on him. Over on your right side, that is team manager Michael Schlacht, who we had the chance to talk with earlier, and then Easton Barnes is coming in from that left side.
Yeah, you don't like to see that. That was 93 miles an hour right at the noggin. Even if it just ticked, is still really scary and can still hurt a lot. So it's good to see Bermudez just walking down to first base. Hopefully he'll be okay for the rest of the game.
So now after that, Tyler Stone advances to second in scoring position. Bermudez still getting checked out on there over at first, but he'll be on first if he's able to stay in the game. And Bermudez has gotten quite a lot of action. He's their left fielder, and he has been a pretty important member of their defense. So it's good to see him up and standing out there on first base. Only 8 games into the season, not the time that you would want to lose a player. I mean, this is a long season. They play 6-game series most often. Josker Feliciano, one of the hot bats on the team right now, 2 for 3 on the night, has a homer. The Paddleheads looking in great position to snap their 3-game losing streak and move to 500 on the year. First pitch swinging. Caught nothing but air, and that's strike 1. Feliciano has done well here in the Ogden area, Lindquist Field. 4 hits in this series so far. Miles checks on the man on second base. That's Tyler Stone, and then misses with the next pitch to make it 1-1. The lights out there in left and right field are on, but at 8:20 p.m., you still don't really need them. It's still pretty bright out here in Ogden. 1-1, no outs. Runners on first and second, and that one misses as well. Garrett struggling with his command right now.
That kind of looked like it almost hit him. Just missed him on the inside half.
Command has been a bit of an issue for Myles Garrett. Walked 4 batters on the year so far. 2-1, misses too low, and he's trying to avoid walking a 5th as he faces a 3-1 count right now. And with no outs, You're getting into the bottom of the order right now, but if you allow it to get past Feliciano, then it goes through Piatkovic and Yukamoto, you get to the top of the lineup, which has been batting well recently in Kazuski, Klemp, and Apodaca. And the 3-1 does work in there for a strike, so a full count. Runners on first and second. Force on every base except home. A good situation to try to turn two if Garrett can force one on the ground. Feliciano stays alive by poking that one foul. Feliciano has a very bleached head of hair that he just exposed by taking his helmet off. You can see it peeking out of the back of his helmet, but it was almost reflective.
Bright blonde. Maybe it's the new style. I don't know.
It looks like when in high school baseball they forced their freshmen to do different
Oh my
hairstyles for playoffs. That's what that's looking like, but we're only on game 8.
Yeah.
The 3-2 pitch tattoos him in the back. And we've walked the bases loaded, no outs. Not a great position for the Raptors right now. Great position for the Paddleheads.
Wonder if we're going to see some action down in the bullpen. Not good. Hit 2 batters. He does throw really hard, Garrett. But you just got to find the strike zone a little bit. Trust that your defense has your back. Now we got force at any base. Hopefully we can get an out here.
And Garrett is going to have to go at least a few more batters as there's not enough action for anyone to come in the bullpen. First pitch swung on, fouled back out of play. So bases are loaded. It's Stone on third, Bermudez on second, Feliciano on first. Piatkovic, the shortstop, in to hit. Obviously his first time facing Garrett. The 0-1 to him. In there for a called strike, and Garrett ahead 0-2 quickly. It's gotta feel like one that Garrett has to get. You're ahead 0-2 to the 8-hole hitter. Just get one out and maybe try to turn 2 on the next one. 1-2. He did not go around. Good pitch for 1-2. See if you'll get him to chase outside. Piatkovic still searching for his first hit of the night. Would be a big time to do it with the bases loaded. Hasn't had a hit yet since coming into Utah. And that one hit him as well. Miles Garrett ahead 1-2 in the count. Hits the batter, walks him home. Garrett has faced 3 batters and has hit all 3 of them. And it is quiet here in Lindquist Field. You could hear a pin drop in here right now. Still no outs. Still bases loaded. Same position, just more of a deficit as the Raptors now trail 9-1. First pitch to Yukamoto is too far inside for ball 1.
If I'm on the Paddleheads right now, I'm in the box and I'm just taking till I get a strike. Garrett's just missing too much of the zone. He's not super consistent. He needs to start getting more consistent. Let them hit the ball.
Next pitch in there misses as well, and it's 2-0. The pitcher warming up in the bullpen is a new player for the Raptors. He was signed this week, Chance Wallace. They added 3 pitchers to their arsenal. And it's 3-0 quickly. It was a good addition by Evan Parker and Campanello because the bullpen was not doing very well. You just need to add a little bit more depth. You need to have some relievers that you can feel like you lean on. In these 6-game series, you know you're going to need them. They just weren't quite showing up. And that's another free pass and another batter walked home for Garrett. If you're the Raptors, you need Chance Wallace to warm up fast right now.
That's a tough spot for Garrett to be in. I mean, like, been there. Not being able to throw strikes sucks. Just trying to figure out how to get them to hit the ball knowing that they're probably not going to swing it much.
Yukamoto has now faced 4 batters. He's walked all of them. The deficit now 10-1, and Evan Parker will come out to the mound, have a few words, and credit to Chance Wallace. He got ready in a hurry. He's going to come in, and another call to the bullpen.
Couple arm swings, threw a couple pitches. No, maybe not even.
I don't know if he threw any pitches.
Yeah, I don't know if he did either.
So Myles Garrett's day ends after 5 straight walks, and it'll bring in Chance Wallace. Like I said, this is his first time playing in the Raptor uniform. Left-handed pitcher, 6 foot 185. He's from Semi Valley, California, but has a Utah tie. He played for Utah Valley. As a senior, he played in 23 games, mainly as a reliever. 21 of those games were relief appearances. 2 of them were starts. 26 strikeouts and 18 walks. He had a career-high 3 innings pitched against BYU. I'd wonder if Nolan Ficklin was on that BYU team when he played them. In his 3 years prior to Utah Valley, he played at Pacific University. He spent 4 seasons there, played for 3. Only had 25 career appearances in those 4 years. This is his first taste of pro baseball. Got to be pretty exciting to debut it at home. And to be honest, it's a pretty low-stakes situation. I mean, they're trailing 10-1 already. It would take a effort of just monumental proportions for the Raptors to work back into this one. So if they don't win the game, you're not really blamed for it. And if you go out here and have a good debut, then it's got to make Evan Parker and Coach Campanello feel good. On the other end, if you're the Missoula Paddleheads, just have to feel great about this game. You're bouncing back from a 3-game losing streak that has been tough. You know, there's been quite a few games in there that you feel like you should have, won and just slipped out of your grasp. Yesterday, they didn't really get anything going, whereas today there's only been 2 innings that they didn't score in. Wallace comes into a tough situation. No outs, bases loaded, facing the top of the lineup. First pitch is hit past the outstretched glove of Jordan. That single will score at least 1 runner. And that's going to be it. Feliciano comes in to score. So 1 pitch, 1 single, another run scores.
Dang. That, as a pitcher, that kind of sucks. You did your job. You got a ground ball. Who was that? Yakamoto's just... They're playing in because they want to try to turn that double play. They want to just keep runners on and be like in the field. But Wallace did a good job there of just getting contact.
That'll bring up Nick Klemp. First pitch to him is a strike. The command has been good so far. It's been 2 pitches, 2 strikes. Just happened that one of them was hit. With no outs, the Missoula Paddleheads guaranteed to bat around the order, even if a double play is turned right now. Next pitch works too far in. Enzo Apodaca led off this inning, working against Christian Diaz at the time. Myles Garrett came in for 5 batters, and now third pitcher of the inning is Chance Wallace. 1-1 here to the catcher. Klemp is fouled back almost into the dugout of the Raptors. Klemp collected his first hit of the series out in the 3rd inning, but has been pretty quiet since then. Next pitch to him misses too low to make it 2-2. Klemp was with the Paddleheads last year. They don't have a lot of returners this year. They're a team that's used to having quite a few veterans, but this year was a different look for them, so they've leaned on Klemp a lot in his experience. Wallace's next pitch misses again to make it 3-2. The MO of the Missoula Paddleheads has often been a team that has a lot of veterans, a lot of experience, and then, like I said, this year's been different for them. And that's kind of why the record started out the way it did. And that's a walk by Chance Wallace, and another run comes home. Still no outs. 6 runs have scored in this inning. So now it is Yakamoto on 3rd, Suzuki on 2nd, and Klemp on 1st. First pitch to Apodaca. His second time in this inning batting is a strike. The Raptors had kind of just been hanging on by a thread for a little bit during this game. And, they're just continuing to only allow 1 run. But then in that 5th inning, they allowed 3. And now in this inning, having allowed 6. The game just getting away from them a bit. Apodaca singled his first time up against Diaz. Since then, they've had a different pitcher come in. Next pitch swung on and a strikeout. So a good bounce back for Chance Wallace, his first strikeout in the Ogden Raptors uniform. And Ogden has finally recorded 1 out in this inning. 4 more games in this series for Ogden and Missoula. So a lot of baseball yet to play in this position, looking like it's going to be a split 1-1 through 2 games. First pitch fouled off. Hot shot. Made a couple fans flinch behind the netting up there on the first base line.
Making sure they're still awake over there. What is that? Is that new? Do you know? The beach? Is it the beach club?
I can't remember what it's called. I was told.
I think it's new.
I think it's very smart that it was fenced in.
Oh, yes. Oh.
A 1 pitch, no outs, and that one, or 1 out, and that misses inside.
I can't imagine they would never let people sit there if there was not a net.
Yeah, it seems a little bit too dangerous, especially considering there's usually booze being consumed in that area.
Yeah.
The 1-1 misses too low, and it's 2-1. Wallace getting a little bit frustrated out there on the bump. You can tell that he's new because his jersey doesn't have a nameplate on the back. If you look behind home plate or any of the other players in the field, they all have their last names stitched into their jerseys. 2-1 misses too low as well, and it's 3-1. Wallace still has nowhere to put them. Bases loaded, has to throw strikes here. This one is hit hard into center right field. It's got some air under it. At the warning track. No, it bounces off the wall. It takes a really bad hop for Bradley Pell. Careens to the right. 1 run will come in and score. A second run comes in to score. It's a stand-up double for for Xavier Casarilla. And that scores 2 more runs in this onslaught of runs for the Missoula Paddleheads.
I just don't know if Kazuski lost it, maybe, in the sky and the lights. Looked pretty routine from where we're at, but maybe it's just a miscommunication. That ball should have been caught, but no one touched it, so it goes probably down as a hit.
So it brings up Tyler Stone once again. He began the kind of trend of walks, I guess you would say, in this inning. Nick Klemp now stands over there on third. Kazuski and Yukimoto came in to score. First pitch strike from Wallace to Stone. Lefty on lefty here. Next pitch misses outside to make it 1-1. Implications in the standings for this one, as the winner of this game will move up since both these teams are knotted at 3-4 on the season. Missoula putting themselves in great position to do so as they lead 13-1. Golfs this one, does Tyler Stone into center field. Lawrence settles himself under it. He'll use his momentum to throw into home, but the cutoff will be made by Wilkinson standing on the mound, and another run will come in to score. Klimp comes in to score there. Xavier Casarilla still holds up on second, which makes sense. It was not that deep of a fly ball, considering if you're trying to go to third, deep enough to score the man. So a sac fly for Tyler Stone. For the second out of the inning, it brings up Will Bermudez. Bermudez got hit by a pitch in that scary situation. It's not often that you have a batter hit from both sides of the plate in the same inning. A switch hitter is Bermudez. He went lefty against the righty Garrett, now going righty against the lefty Chance Wallace.
That's pretty impressive.
things that you're not exactly used to seeing in baseball.
No, not at all.
He's the 12th batter of this inning for the Paddleheads, who've already put up 8 runs in this inning. Flied into right field. Coming in on it is Bradley Pell, but it'll drop in front of him. And another run will come in to score. Pell was playing pretty deep, and that ball just didn't have that much air under it. And so an RBI single for Will Bermudez increases the lead.
I think he just thought it was hit a lot harder, like you said, as it was, but ended up not being that high and just dropped down right in front of him. And there's 2 outs, so all the runners are going on contact.
Yeah, Casarilla got a good jump off of second, and the second that ball dropped, he was practically around third base already. Josker Feliciano up now. First pitch from Wallace misses outside. $16-1 for the Missoula Paddleheads right now. Feliciano prepares. Next pitch catches the lower right side for a strike. Chance Wallace has been the one responsible for every single out in this inning. That's something to hang his hat on at least. A 1 to Feliciano. Works inside, gets past Dodson, but just barely to his left. Ball stays in front of him. So Bermudez will hold up over there on first. Feliciano, 6'2", 220 from Puerto Rico. Came to the States and played college ball at the University of Northwestern Ohio, and this is his first year in the Pioneer League. Next pitch works inside on him. Three, 1, 2 outs. Bermudez on first. 15-run lead, and it's going to increase after this hard hit ball into the gap in between first and second. Pell plays that ball. Feliciano, another hit on the night. That's his 3rd hit of the night. Man, Utah's been treating him well. 5 hits in the series. Jeremy Piakovic will come in to hit. Bermudez advanced 90 feet up to second. Bermudez on second. Josker Feliciano on first. Jeremy Piakovic trying to just continue to add to this heck of an inning. First pitch swinging. That one barely foul. Dylan Wilkinson at first base is lucky that it was.
Got the bullpen over there on the right for the Paddleheads. That was kind of funny, just seeing them jump over that ball.
The entire bullpen looked like, you know, in Wii bowling when you throw the ball backwards and everyone jumps around and spins. That's what that bullpen looked like.
It did. You're spot on with that. It's kind of interesting how they're just hanging out. I guess, yes, they're POs, but...
What was really surprising to me in this league was how exposed the bullpens are. I mean, I'm surprised someone hasn't gotten just absolutely drilled because the bullpen is just in the foul territory. Nothing is stopping them from getting hit.
No, exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing.
0-2, 2 outs. Hit once again in the hole between first and second. Bradley Pell basically fielding an identical ball to last time. And once again, all runners advance 90 feet and the bases are loaded. Jeremy Piakovic's first hit of this series. Every single player, for the Paddleheads has scored in this inning. Casarilla has scored twice. Bermudez now stands on third. Feliciano on second. Piakovic on first. Tai Yukimoto has walked twice, but is 0 for 2 on the night, trying to record his first hit of the night.
Dan, Cam, if you want to focus on the pitcher, I've got a camera on the batter. And then I can cut between you two.
Yukimoto is the only member of the Missoula Paddleheads batting lineup without a hit tonight. And he'll change that right there. Goes opposite field. That one will go down for a base hit. Arnold will come in to score the second one. That's Feliciano running as fast as he can to come in, and he'll come in to score with some tippy toes. Chose not to slide and actually just kind of went fleet-footed, and I think it helped him. If he had slide, he would have put his big frame out on the ground for Dodson to touch, Whereas by kind of staying upright, it gave no frame to connect with, and 2 runs score off of that Yakamoto single. So now every single member of the Paddleheads have had a hit tonight. No mercy rule in pro baseball.
I was going to ask. I didn't know.
So the lead increases now ever more. First pitch swinging. That one chopped, handled over by the second baseman, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning finally. The game just absolutely blown open by the Missoula Paddleheads. So it's the 7th inning stretch. I can't say that a lot of the fans here are that excited to stand up and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," but we'll take a quick break while they do so and head into the bottom of the 7th inning here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
Don't be a bench warmer. Call the insurance center so that you can get on the field and have a good time and get your insurance done properly. Go Raptors!
Dave Grant has proudly served the community for over 50 years. Getting what you need, where you need it, when you need it, encapsulates our mission to deliver reliable and timely service. Contact us at 801-394-1621 or at www.granttrucking.com.
Hey, gang, you're watching Ogden Raptors professional baseball right here on the Raptors Baseball Network. Ciao, baby.
Welcome back to the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network. Kyler Stancato will come in to pinch hit for Bradley Pell. He does often play right field, so this could be not just a pinch hit, but a substitution. We shall see. That was a 12-run inning for anyone counting by the Missoula Paddleheads. First pitch, big swing and miss. It's still Ryan Wentz out there on the bump, so this is his 7th inning of work. That tops his biggest game of the season by 2 so far. Stancato swings and misses, and it's 0-2 quickly. Pell had gone 0 for 1 on the night before getting subbed out. He did work a walk. But Stancato and Pell have been kind of switching places throughout the season, so not a surprising switch to make. That one is fouled off his shin, and Stancato will walk it off. Pretty heartwarming moment after the game yesterday. Stancato and Dylan Wilkinson were running around the field with Evan Parker's young girls. It was one of their birthdays yesterday, actually, and she came out and threw the first pitch, which is pretty cute. Next pitch misses outside to make it 1-2. Go ahead, sorry.
I just think it's adorable when the players just interact with fans in general, even like their kids, just being kids with them.
Swing and a miss for a strikeout. They'll tag him to seal the deal, but a leadoff strikeout is not the way that Kyler Stancato wanted his pinch hit to go. Raptors have just struggled to get anything going tonight. They scored in the 2nd inning, and that has been, the 3rd inning, and that was about it. Been held scoreless in all of the other 5 innings. Tyler Gannis will also come in to pinch hit. It kind of feels like at the end of a game when you just have a whole new lineup come in, like in basketball. Big cut on the 1-0 pitch. Doesn't connect, and it'll be 1-1. Giannis grew up in the LA area. Went to Harvard Westlake High School. My cousins also went to Harvard Westlake High School.
What a coincidence.
Chatted about it before the game today. Great guy, I will say. Anytime he sees any of the staff or media people walking through the field, he'll always tip his cap and say hi. Just a little bit behind it on the 1-1 and makes it 1-2. Giannis was described by Campy right before the FanFest game as just a high-level mental guy. He had played in every single game, or all but one game this year entering into this series, and then did not play last night. Big swing and a miss. That's what I think you referred to as a sword, right?
Yeah. No. Just nowhere near. It's just very low energy from the Raptors. I mean, rightfully so, but they could put together better quality at bats, especially the kids getting or the players getting their pinch at bats. Just a time to just get a runner on, make their offensive a little bit longer than they're on defense.
Colson Lawrence will still maintain his spot in the batting order, and he fouls the first one away. That last one was strikeout number 7 for Ryan Wentz. But impressively enough, that is not his high on the season. He struck out 8 his last time out. That one works inside on Lawrence, almost clips in, ball 1.
More music is having to be played as we're getting later in the game.
It's pumping me up in here in the booth. 1-1 pitch in there for a called strike. Colson Lawrence gets under this one, and it'll sail out of play, foul. Lawrence was used as a pitcher. He's a two-way player, but has been used only as an outfielder so far this year. He and Kyler Stancato are two guys that's been used for both of them. Stancato was used as a pitcher for the Raptors themselves last year, and another swing and miss by Ryan Wentz. That's a third strikeout of the inning. Which, as I was saying, both Lawrence and Stancato used just as defensive weapons in the field and then offensively in the batter's box. We'll enter into the top of the 8th inning after a quick break here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network. Stay with us.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
At GCB Computers, we specialize in high-quality, refurbished computers that save you money without sacrificing performance. We believe in use it before you buy it. Come into our showroom, power up your future computer, and test it out yourself so you can buy with confidence. Visit GCB Computers online at www.gcbcomputers.com or call 385-515-1797. That's GCB Computers, the computer you need at a price you can afford.
You see this tactical connectivity system? You may call it a phone, but it's perfect for checking up on your buddies, which is important because they could be struggling with thoughts of suicide. Calling them up lets them know someone cares. So let's get to it.
This is Emmy with the Ogden Raptors, and now back for more baseball.
That's my favorite soundbite we have here. It's just the best. New pitcher in the game for the Ogden Raptors. He's another one of those new guys, Micah Del Rio. from Layton, Utah, so a bit of a homecoming for him. But he played college in the NAIA level for the Ottawa, Arizona Spirit, part of the Great Southwest Athletic Conference. Next pitch is fouled back, and Del Rio looks at a 1-1 count in the face. Nick Klump, the DH tonight, has done a pretty good job. 1 for 3, but also worked a walk and then went on to score. Every single member went on to score last inning, some of them scoring twice. Golfed into right field. Coming in on it is Bradley Pell. And it was actually Cole Jordan of the basket catch. He was going back on it. So he retreated and caught that like an NFL receiver over the shoulder catch. Great defensive play.
That was a great catch. I couldn't tell. I thought for a second that the ball like bounced up off of him and then he caught it again. But either way, that's a tough play to make. Good to see him catch that.
And the first out is recorded in this 8th inning. Nine batters sooner than it was last inning, which is a good sign. Del Rio misses a bit on that one for ball 1. And so Apodaca comes in here. 2 for 4 on the night. Batting much more in the ways that Paddlehead fans are used to see him batting. He came into this series leading the team in batting average, and he had the 3rd best batting average in the Pioneer League as a whole. Dropped down slightly in those rankings after the 0-for-4 night last night, but batting .500 on the night tonight will help his case quite a lot. 2-0, right down Broadway for a strike. 78 miles an hour. That might be the slowest ball we've seen all night.
You think it was a changeup?
Had to be at 78.
Yeah.
It's a slow changeup still, though.
Still.
2-1, 1 out. Next pitch also in there. That one 89. So 11 mile an hour difference between those two.
That's good to have to keep these hitters off balance, especially the way that they've been swinging the bat in this game.
2-2 for Micah Del Rio. Did he go around? He did not, so Apodaca stays alive with a full count.
He thought about it for a second. Is there a ball on the field?
A ball got out there in the field in kind of the center left field area. I think it's one of the ball boys running over to go get it. Always putting in work out there. Good for him. So impressed by the Missoula bats tonight. Got 16 hits on the night. And the 3-2, Micah Del Rio walks him. Quite a few free passes tonight. That's the 7th free pass of the night. So when you look at last night for the Ogden Raptors, the way they just put together an absolutely complete game. Salta Formaggio going 7 innings, only giving up 1 run, not issuing a walk. Landon Riley and Nolan Ficklin doing a pretty good job coming in and finishing off the game. And the bats coming alive to score 9 runs. Pretty different looking team tonight with just 1 run, giving up 16 hits, 7 free passes. The pitching staff has actually still issued 6 strikeouts, which is usually the number that you're trying to get to, but not usually pairing those 6 strikeouts with 16 hits and 7 walks. Del Rio looks at a 1-1. Next one misses, going here against Xavier Casarilla. Casarilla has walked a couple times tonight. Also hit a home run and a double in the 8th inning. The 7th inning was the inning of Xavier Casarilla, among other things. And he's 3-1 ahead right now. I saw Michael Del Rio walking around before the game, and I was really impressed because he has glasses, but they're not really sport glasses. They're just kind of straight up eyeglasses. The 3-1 to him, in there for a strike. That caught just barely the bottom right corner of the strike zone.
You think they're like prescription glasses? Like,
yeah, I think so. Like they looked like prescription glasses, not sunglasses.
Yeah.
3-2, too low. Del Rio walks him.
Because usually people wear like prescription glasses that are like, you can wear them clear, like they're clear tinted, but.
You know, I think like, I'm almost positive they were just normal glasses. I don't know. We'll see if we
Yeah.
can get another shot close on his face.
That could just be the vibe that he's going for. Every pitcher's different based on what they prefer to
I can't
wear.
imagine playing in glasses.
No, I feel like
Yeah, look at them. They're like normal glasses.
that's tough.
That's crazy. I just feel like at that point you would figure out how to put contacts in.
Oh, no.
Maybe he doesn't like contacts though.
For sure. Or maybe he doesn't just like the way he looks with contacts, but
I feel like at that point though, you gotta
You-
just get over the way you
yeah,
look.
you do.
One foul back. As I've now been in Lindquist Field for a few nights, both Fan Fest, a couple extra days, and then last night, I am just baffled by the amount of advertisements out on the walls. I mean, it's a 3x8, so there's 24 as Stone hits this one deep into left field, retreating at the warning track, and that one is out of here. Another home run for the Missoula Paddleheads, and they're up to 21 runs. 21. 3-run home run by Tyler Stone.
Despite the score of the game, there are still quite a few fans actually here. Still enjoying the beautiful night of that it's in Ogden. Lindquist Field's beautiful. Food's pretty good.
Food's going to be free on Sunday.
Oh my gosh, yes, come if you're listening.
I guess unless you're a Missoula fan, then you're probably not making it out here. If you're a Missoula fan, you're really happy right now, though. 3-run home run, 21 runs. That's the Missoula's highest total of the year so far. They lead it by 20. You don't usually have a 20-run difference in baseball. That's more of like when a game gets away from a basketball team.
Yeah, but usually the clock's running.
True. Golfed into left field, retreating at the wall.
Oh.
And that one's out of here as well. Back-to-back long balls. Not the home run, or excuse me, not the debut that Del Rio wanted. And it's 22 runs now.
Unfortunately, there's no running clock in baseball. But definitely it's just a game of pitching. Like from last night to tonight, like who you have in the pen, who they're saving for tomorrow, allowing their starters from yesterday to heal up to come back out. The score just genuinely reflects not just like pitching and who they have and who they're willing to throw. Obviously, they're going to let Del Rio just stay out there, get the last couple outs of this game, to not bring out any more arms. There's no need to.
First pitch to Feliciano missed really low, but it was called a strike. Yeah, that's I guess the only silver lining of some sort is that, you know, you can kind of just keep all of your other arms fresh and let Del Rio finish this one.
Yeah.
But to our point of it being a game of pitching, too, I mean, you look at Ryan Wentz. He's gone 7 innings now, has just pitched so well. At 8 strikeouts on the night right now, has only allowed 1 run off 5 hits. And yes, it's been an offensive game, but just because the Raptor bats could never get anything going, I think then it kind of created tense defense because you feel like you can't make any mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when like pitchers are just walking kids. And Wentz did a good job of just like coming out hot early, throwing lots of strikes, keeping his defense on his toes. When innings start getting drawn out, that's when usually focus is lost and the momentum totally swings to the other side.
2-2 misses, and now it's a full count. So after Del Rio got ahead 0-2 quickly. Good discipline by Feliciano at the plate. Works it back full. 1 out in the top of this 8th inning, and Del Rio walks him. This is the most runs Missoula has scored all year long coming into this game. The most they had scored was 13. Today they are up to 22. On the other end, the Raptors, the most runs they had given up in a game had been 15. So kind of a high on both teams. Evan Parker will go out there and have a mound visit with Del Rio.
Kicked my water bottle over.
Okay, we're getting a good look. So they are goggles, but they're definitely prescription.
That makes more sense.
But they're like the Oakley looking goggles.
The clear ones.
I thought that they were just normal eyeglasses. I was really impressed. Everyone getting back in order here for the Raptors. Because of those pinch hits, we have Tyler Gannis out in left field and Kyler Stancato in right. First pitch from Del Rio misses to make it a ball 1. Feliciano out there on first after the walk. This brings up Jeremy Pijakovic. He collected his first hit of the series his last time up. One out in the top of this 8th inning. 4 runs have already been scored in this inning alone because of 2 home runs. Hard hit ball into the glove of Chase Valentine. He'll crossfield throw. And they don't turn to. It was close over there at first by Dylan Wilkinson. Great reaction time. You'll see it here on the replay. Just a line drive off the bat of Pijakovic. Great reaction time by Chase Valentine to glove that one. But then the crossfield throw just was barely not in time. Good heads up base running by Feliciano, because if I were him, that ball looked like it was going over the head of Valentine. 2 outs now for Tai Yakamoto. First pitch swinging. This one tails into left center field. That'll go down for a base hit. Feliciano just slowly jogs to second. Yakamoto makes it out to first. And we'll get a pinch hit here for the Paddleheads. Tyler Collins came in to pinch hit last night as well. He struck out in the 9th inning. So all 9 of the starters got hits. Now adding in a pinch hitter, Missoula will see if they can stay perfect and get Tyler Collins a hit as well. First pitch in there for a strike. Two outs, runners on first and second after that Yakamoto single. This one is hit hard into left field at the warning track. Yannis with an outstretched glove, unable to make the catch. Feliciano will come around third, and he'll score. The ball is bobbled by Chase Valentine on the cutoff throw, but Yakamoto will still stay at third. And it is Tyler Lewis making it out there to second. So now all 10 players who have suited up for the Paddleheads have a hit.
It looked like that ball just got over
Tyler Gannis' head.
Yes. And I think clean catch and throw with Valentine at shortstop would maybe have not allowed another run to.
First pitch swinging. This one should be handled by Jordan in the infield, and that does record the 3rd out of the inning. So we'll enter into the bottom of the 8th inning after the Missoula Paddleheads add on 5 more runs. They've scored 17 runs in the last 2 innings, and they lead it by a 23-1 margin as we enter into the bottom of the 8th here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
Kier has evolved into a diversified general contractor with experience in commercial construction. Hundreds of projects throughout the Intermountain West attest to Kier's wide range of expertise in design and build. Kier Construction invites you to experience the difference. Call us at 801-627-1414.
Windward Electric is the foremost commercial and industrial electrical contractor in the Intermountain West. We value relationships as we strive to provide exceptional experiences for our clients. Call 801-648-7270 for a quote or visit windwardelectric.com today.
Ooh, we're live from GCB Computers booth. The Raptors Network's on. Yes, we're live in Ogden, Utah. The game is rolling on.
Welcome back to the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network in the GCB Computers booth. Dylan Wilkinson will be going up against the new pitcher, Luke Weschler, in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Ryan Wentz's night ends after 7 innings and 8 strikeouts. Wilkinson, first pitch swinging against Weschler, and that one will go foul out of play. Wilkinson 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out and a ground out. The most batters that the Raptors have had come up to bat in an inning is 5. I mean, Ryan Wentz just made quick work of the Raptors all night long, never got anything going, only scored that 1 run thanks to the Hank Dodson RBI. 1-1 to Wilkinson. That one works in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. Weschler, 6'2", 185, 22-year-old. He's played in 2 games so far this year. Wilkinson pulls this one past the gap of second and first. That'll go into the outfield, collected by Apodaca, but a base hit to start off the inning by Dylan Wilkinson. Hank Dodson coming up to hit now. 1 for 2 on the night. He was one of those players who got gunned down at home. He was the first of the 2. Efren Monza was the second. Gotta feel at least maybe a little bit of solace if you're the Ogden Raptors, knowing those 2 runs wouldn't have mattered. But I do think that part of it was just a lack of momentum of not really stacking any runs together. Like I said, Weschler has played 2 games in relief this year. One of them was just a third of an inning, only faced 3 batters, but allowed 1 hit, no runs. The next one was against the Oakland Ballers. He went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs, walked 1, struck out 1 in 5 batters. So in an inning and a third of work, has only allowed 2 hits and not allowed a run. 2-0 pitch. Dodson catches a piece of it foul. It was a check swing that just made contact with the ball. Looking around the Pioneer League tonight, this Wednesday, Long Beach Coast beat the Oakland Ballers 14-10. Every other game is still in action right now as the 2-1 misses too low to make it 3-1. The Modesto Roadsters are leading against the Boise Hawks 6-5. Modesto, that team who's leading or tied for first in the standings. The Billings Mustangs are having their way with the Idaho Falls Chuckers 14-6, and this one is hit deep into left field. On the run, is unable to make the catch as center fielder Kazuski. Coming around third base is Dylan Wilkinson. He'll hold up there, and Hank Dodson a double.
It's good to see some life from this dugout, seeing them hit the ball pretty hard. Deep skies tonight. I think the outfielders are having a hard time reading the ball. But it's good to see them just chipping away, slowly but surely getting some momentum, just getting some morale back to the team right now.
And that'll bring up the top of the order in Chase Valentine, searching for his first hit of the night. I think that the way that the Raptors are having their way with Luke Weschler right now just speaks even more to how well Ryan Wentz pitched tonight. You're the Missoula Paddleheads just have to feel like you have found something in him. Kind of wish he could pitch all 6 games. 1-0 to Valentine. Works inside on him. Almost hit him. It'll be 2-0. Finishing out the scores in the league. Top of the 8th inning, the Glacier Range Riders are leading the Great Falls Voyagers 6-3. And the Yuba Scudder Freebirds are up on the Red Packet Mobiles 4-2 at the bottom of the 6th. 2-0, hit hard. This one sailing into deep right field. Retreating on it is the right fielder, caught just shy of the warning trap by Apodaca. But it is deep enough for Wilkinson to come in and score. First run for the Ogden Raptors since the 3rd inning. And Chase Valentine got a good bat on that. Just didn't quite sail quite enough. Cole Jordan in now. He's had a solid night so far. He's really been one of the few bats to come alive for the Raptors. He doubled in the 3rd and then singled in the 6th. With Hank Dodson standing there on second and only 1 out, looking to trade places with him. First pitch in there for a called strike, 77 miles an hour. That ball looked like it moved in slow motion on the way to the plate. Another one, 77 miles an hour. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I think was kind of the mindset on that one. But it just tailed too far out of the zone. Cole Jordan has kind of become an internet star for the fans here with the Raptors. He's the man with the GoPro during practice, and he's got one of those mini cams taking videos and interviews. I think they posted one yesterday of him interviewing Bags in the clubhouse before the game.
It's always fun to just get to see the players' personalities, whether it's, on social media. Those videos are always fun to watch.
And Cole Jordan is a real fan favorite. He's been here for 3 years. He batted above 300 both those years, 346 last year, 322 in his first year. Played over 150 games for the Raptors. Fouls this one back over our heads here in the booth. And he's just gotten better every year, too. He increased his gameplay by almost 30 last year. He had 8 home runs his first year, 12 home runs last year, 30 more RBIs last year. He hits this one deep into the deepest part of the field at the wall, and it is caught by Kazuski. Man, that just needed a little bit more, but Jordan also chose the deepest part of the field to go on that one. Carmine Lane, the other one of those fan favorites. He's been on the Raptors for 3 years now. Added 352 for the Raptors, played in 95 games.
Ooh.
That one goes behind him.
Did it hit him?
And it hit his back. It's not often you see a ball miss behind the batter.
No. That's tough. That probably hurt pretty bad.
And so that'll bring up Efren Monzo. Monzo, a new player to the team this year, and he's made a great impact. It's just been a bat they can really rely on. Batted .407 coming into this one. Played in all seven games this year. Started 6 as he watches first strike sail past him. He played in the Pioneer League last year. Played for the Glacier Range Riders. Just switched over to the Ogden Raptors. Pretty common, kind of guys switching from team to team. So now in the 8th and 9th inning, obviously because they are the home team, so the Raptors will have to bat in the bottom of the 9th as well. It's just about building momentum.
That's tough.
You have to turn, if you're going to avoid getting hit, you have to turn left on it out of the way, but that does bring your bat through, so it's a strike. 0-2 to Monzo. Hank Dodson on second. Out there on second for a while. He's waited through 3 batters. He held up there on the sac fly by Valentine, held up on the line out by Jordan. This one is hit slightly into right field. Settling under it is Apodaca, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Not a lot of meat and power behind that hit. So we'll enter in the top of the 9th inning. The Raptors do add one more onto their total, but they're still trailing 23-2 as we enter into the top of the 9th inning here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
Do you thrive on a challenge? Does crafting complex parts ignite your passion? Peterson Inc. isn't your average manufacturer. We're world-class, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We're looking for skilled welders and machinists to join our team. People who take pride in precision. If you're wanting to contribute to groundbreaking innovations, Peterson Inc. is your place. Visit petersoninc.com and join the team that builds the future.
GCB Computers. Refurbished, reliable, and ready to go. The computer you need at the price you can afford.
Welcome back to Linquist Field. Arden Lockheim alongside Jocelyn Veltine joining you on this lovely Wednesday night. 23-2, Paddleheads lead it. It's been a great offensive game for them. Micah Del Rio continues to work on the mound for the Raptors. It's been a good night to see new faces for the Raptors fans. Got to look at Chance Wallace, the new pitcher. Look at Micah Del Rio right now. They also added in Cade Lynn, right-handed pitcher. So quite a few additions to the team. It's pretty common to see, especially early season like this. And you don't perform in this league and you do get cut, and there's going to be changes made. The 1-1 misses too low to make it 2-1. Hank Dodson sets up in a low crouch behind the dish. The 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. There's one passionate fan still calling out, supporting the team.
Made it very obvious. That was funny.
It's Enzo Apodaca up to bat here.
I keep kicking over my water bottle.
Jocelyn's water bottle falls down yet again. We're going to find a new place for her to put that. Fouled back to make it 2-2. I'm running into a slight issue right now where I don't have enough spots in my scorebook. I only have a 9-inning scorebook, and because the 8th inning went so long, I'm running out of spots. Not an issue I thought I'd run into. Count is full, 3-2 to Enzo Apodaca. Micah Del Rio, really just time for him to get comfortable. The full count is skied into foul territory. It'll trail left and then hit the fence and not be playable. Apodaca is walking down to first base.
Could it be
my only thought is pitch clock violation.
That or like a catcher's interference, but
so Apodaca stands down on first. And that'll bring up Xavier Casarilla. Good pitch there. Great movement on that by Micah Del Rio. Started looking like it was inside on Casarilla and then bit back into the zone for strike one. 0-1. Swung and hit off of the head of the umpire. Give him a second. Dodson will kind of walk out with him. The beauty of baseball, there's all those unspoken rules, right? That if the ump gets hit, you take a second, you walk the ball back out to your pitcher instead of throwing it to him.
Yep. Slow the game down a little bit.
You're not really allowed to slow the game down that much these days with the pitch clock.
That's true.
0-2. Del Rio, a good pitch, and then a foul ball got him to this point, and another foul ball keeps Casarillo alive. There's our ball boy Gavin putting in the work behind home plate. It was pretty awesome. Last night, all the ball boys got introduced. Had their videos play up there on the screen. Ogden Raptors are doing a lot of cool things out at the ballpark these days from a marketing and publicity perspective. 0-2 to Casarillo. Hit into center field. Coming in on it is Lawrence, but he won't get there in time. And it'll ultimately be Cole Jordan who collects it, so it'll go down as a single. And Apodaca will be able to extend out to second base, excuse me. Also, for the confusion earlier, Apodaca did reach on a catcher's interference.
That's what it was?
Yeah. So Apodaca reached on a catcher's interference, now stands on second. Casarillo puts down a single to get him to first. And now it's Tyler Stone standing in the box. Stoney, as he was so fondly referred to back in Nebraska. He joined the team for his last year of play, won a Big Ten championship with them, and was pretty much their reliable first baseman for a decent amount of the year. Also worked in the DH spot quite a lot, had a few pinch hit situations. Our screen out in left field has gone dark. I don't know. We had some technical difficulties out there. Oh, we just have TV out there now.
Have we lost our privileges to use the scoreboard?
Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. For a second there, we had TV out on the big screen. Micah Del Rio going against Stone. Pulls this one up the first base line.
Almost had another Wii moment.
I was about to say that. For a game yesterday that went under 3 hours, it was a really quick game. This one tonight, we're just approaching the 3-hour night. Those two big innings in the 7th and 8th have definitely prolonged it slightly. A hard hit ball into deep right field. That'll go up to the warning track collected by Lawrence. Coming around to score is Apodaca. Casarillo will hold up over there on third, and Tyler Stone, another single. He's having a great night. No outs still. Gotta feel like if you're the Raptors, you kind of just want to get out of this inning, have a few more at-bats, and then sleep this one off. The fans starting to file out of Lindquist. I'm impressed with the ones that have stuck around.
No, me too. It's still it's really nice night out. Weather's good. Wind's blowing a little bit harder, but it's starting to get a little late.
Will Bermuda is up now. He's switched back over to the left side now that he's going up against another lefty. Switch hitting is so crazy to me.
Okay, see, I didn't know that he was a switch hitter until you pointed it out. I just think, I feel like if you're trying to go play at a higher level, you would become really good at hitting at one side of the plate.
True. But it's so helpful in terms of, especially in the big leagues when they're putting in pitchers just for the matchup for one or two at-bats.
Sure.
When they can switch and kind of foil all your plans, it's really impressive.
No, for sure.
0-2 misses outside. Runners at the corners. Casarillo on third and Stone on first.
I wonder if he, uses anything different for hitting, lefty or righty.
Yeah, do you think the form just transfers? Do you think he has the same swing thought for left and right?
I have no idea.
Del Rio's 1-2 pitch misses outside once again. The makeup of these rosters is so interesting to me. You have a 25-man roster, and over half the team is pitchers. Chopped. Wilkinson handles it behind first base, and he'll lightly just tap on first, but Casarillo will be able to score, and Stone advances over to second. So another run added on to the tally. That's 25 now for the Missoula Paddleheads.
How many pitchers are they carrying?
13 pitchers.
Yeah.
On a 25-man roster. 13 pitchers, 12 position players. The makeup for the Raptors is 13 pitchers, 2 catchers, 4 outfielders, and 7 infielders. I just single-handedly counted all of the players and then realized that they actually had the number right next to the position. A lot more righties on this pitching staff than lefties. Only 3 lefties on the pitching staff in the form of Chase Chapman, Chance Wallace, and Nolan Ficklin. The other 10 are all righties.
It's kind of surprising they only have 2 catchers.
They had 4 entering into FanFest, and then after FanFest, they had to make the cuts, obviously. FanFest was the game, the in-game scrimmage, or the inter-team scrimmage. They had 35 players in that game, then made the cuts the next morning.
Got it.
Similar lineup for Missoula. They also have 13 pitchers, but they have 3 catchers, 5 infielders, and 4 outfielders. They also have 3 on the IL right now. Feliciano, that one is sailed right. We're going on a bit of a journey with our camera work. Got a nice look at the temple out there. I mean, it's the mountains go away, but then you still have the temple lit up behind the U.S. flag. Can't complain about the view here ever. 1-1 count to Feliciano. Pulls this one hard. Carmine Lane catches the hot shot. He'll go crossfield throw to Wilkinson. And that was a really good defensive play. That one came off the bat at 94 miles an hour. And Carmine Lane handled it beautifully. Interestingly, Missoula also the same setup where they have 3 left-handed pitchers and 10 righties.
Lefties are just, ooh.
Tyler Stone not choosing to advance on that one. That missed by a lot by Del Rio, and Tyler Stone just stood stagnant out there on second base.
Hands on hips and everything.
He just motioned to his third base coach, the kind of cut it off motion where you do your hand by your neck.
Yeah.
Guess he just didn't want to run on that one. 1-0 pitch here from Del Rio. Swung hard, but it's hit back up foul over our heads. Do we think that I'll ever catch a foul ball this year?
It's got to be some, like...
I think it would defy physics.
Weak. Unless it's like a weird, like, someone tries to bunt it, pops up, and it's...
But then it would still have to have the momentum to get back to here.
That's true.
I don't see that one happening. The 1-1 from Del Rio. Poked foul. Jeremy Pijakovic putting together a battling at-bat, to say the least. 1-2 from Del Rio. He's at least getting comfortable here in Ogden.
Ooh.
Slider works inside. It's pulled hard. Will it stay fair? Oh, no, but it had the distance to be a home run. It just was left of the foul poles. Another one of my favorite parts of the field here at Lindquist is the foul poles have skis, large skis on top of them. Just a great touch for Utah.
So you're noticing things now that I have not noticed.
I've taken a lot of walks around the ballpark. Are they snowboards? They're skis.
They look like they could be snowboards.
People back in the booth were arguing with me.
It's a booth dilemma now. I say they're snowboards. They're square.
We have the text line 385-240-1121. If you want to chime in, do you think that the foul poles here at Lindquist are skis or snowboards? My thing is there's 2 of them. So it has to be skis.
That's true.
This one is hit hard by Pijakovic, caught on the one bounce by Carmine Lane, and it's mishandled by Wilkinson at first. Tyler Stone will come around third to score. The bullpen scampers out of the way for Missoula, and another run will come around to score. In the booth right now, we have Alan, Andrew, Tim, and Frank. It's a pretty full booth in here. We have, how many votes do we have for skis? Me, Jocelyn. Okay, we have 4 votes for skis, so it's a 4. I think it's 4-1. I don't think Alan's listening to me. So Tim is the only one who thinks they're snowboards.
No, they're skis.
Oh, there we go. See, that's atomic. That is clearly. Look at the candor of it going out by the tip.
It's like a limousine snowboard.
So Tim just called it a limousine snowboard, and you know what a limousine snowboard is called? A ski. Shout out to all of our cameramen and women out there doing the great work getting our shots of the skis. 0-1, 2 outs to tie Yukamoto. Next pitch from Del Rio misses outside to make it 1-1. Excuse me. Pijakovic stands over there on first. And Wilkinson and Lane's defense on the last play, it was a really hard hit ball to third base and also a really hard throw to make. So all of it, you know, it's a play that I think differentiates good teams from great teams, but early in the season, that's a fair one to miss. 1-2, barely outside. It's been a much cleaner game for both teams. Only one error apiece compared to yesterday when we had 5 errors.
As for free bases, though, there'll be more free bases in this game.
Quite a few more. The 2-2 from Del Rio, lined right back up the middle. Chase Valentine will handle it at short, toss it off underhand to Cole Jordan at second, and the third out of the inning is recorded. So the Missoula Paddleheads will end this game with 26 runs. Entering into the bottom of the ninth, we'll see if the Raptors can add to their total of 2, but that'll be after this quick break on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
LWE has become an industry leader and performed new construction and retrofit work to companies in several industries. LWE is located in northern Utah and has performed work throughout the western United States. We can be reached at 801-621-3220.
At GCB Computers, we specialize in high-quality, refurbished computers that save you money without sacrificing performance. We believe in use it before you buy it. Come into our showroom, power up your future computer, and test it out yourself so you can buy with confidence. Visit GCB Computers online at www.gcbcomputers.com or call 385-515-1797. That's GCB Computers, the computer you need at a price you can afford.
GCB Computers. Refurbished, reliable, and ready to go. The computer you need at the price you can afford.
This is Emmy with the Ogden Raptors, and now back for more baseball.
Welcome back. Final half inning of play here at Linquist Field. New pitcher on the bump is Jose Ballista for the Missoula Paddleheads. He played for the DSL Royals, that is the Dominican Summer League, most recently. Pitching to Kyler Stancato. He came in the 8th inning and then went out and played right field in replacement of Bradley Pell. Ballista has had 3 appearances so far, all in relief. He's allowed 4 runs through those 3 appearances. Kyler Stancato lightly hits this one. Nice play by second baseman Yukamoto, and he gives it off to Tyler Stone at first base for the first out of the inning. Credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
The pitching staff in Ryan Wentz was phenomenal, but then he was backed up really well. Anytime a ball was hit on the ground, plays were being made by his infield. Routine flyouts in the outfield. It's been an all-around performance by the Missoula Paddleheads today, and that's going to be one that they want to bottle up and really keep going with them. Tyler Gannis now digging in for his second at-bat of the game. First pitch strike in there to him. Gannis is a new addition to the team this year. Most recently played at the University of Oregon. Hit hard into the glove of shortstop Pijakovic. Crossfield laser into the glove of Stone for the second out. Once again, just not easy fielding plays being made to look routine. Two outs in the bottom of the 9th here. Paddleheads leading the Raptors 26-2. Colson Lawrence will step in now. He's racked up quite a few at-bats throughout the night. First pitch swinging, unconnected. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. That one's way outside. And Gannis struck out on a very outside pitch his last time up. And
my water bottle falls down again.
Jocelyn's water bottle is becoming a problem.
I'm so sorry.
0-2, 2 outs. Ballista trying to end this one off with a exclamation point, and he does so. Strike 3. Colson Lawrence is not pleased. And that'll end the game 26-2. Everyone stick around because we will have a post-game show. Before we get to that, just want to throw out as many thank yous as we can. Haven Miller is our media manager. Joshua Ichidaka is fan cam. Aiden Haney was field cam. Hayden Allen was field cam. Andrew Gaunt was graphics and our shader. And then our technical director was Alan Hill. And then Tim Broussard really makes this entire thing happen. Arden Lockheim alongside Jocelyn Veltine bringing you this one tonight. Thanks for sticking around for all of the crazy antics and everything like that. Like I said, after we go to a slight break, we're going to come back and have a little bit of a post-game show, discuss the game, all the good things we saw. I can guarantee you we will be talking about Ryan Wentz. And, I mean, we've got 28 combined runs to talk about. So while it didn't go the Ogden Raptors' way, you cannot complain that there was quite a lot of action out here tonight. So stick around. We're going to go to a pretty quick break, and then we'll be back for our post-game show here on the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.
I had a couple of friends that have come here, and they said that the education from the instructors was just really great. It was kind of between Davis Tech and here, and I decided to pick here because of the instructors. I've always loved hair, nail, and skin and all of those things, so I just thought it was a perfect career opportunity to be able to make my own schedule and do what I love. I really love doing men's haircuts, so that's probably my favorite. That, and then just coloring's fun because you get to experiment and kind of create new things, which is always fun. It's fun because they're like our instructors and they teach us lots, but they've always become like our friends, and they're always like motivating us to do new things and challenging us and like really care about us individually and like what's going on in our lives at home, what's going on in our life at school, and they're just very compassionate towards us. I would say 100% do it, even if you're kind of on the edge, because you meet a lot of new friends, you make great relationships, and then it's just fun. You learn a lot of like life skills as well, which is great, but it's just overall a great program. I'm Callie Rasmussen, and I'm a cosmetology student here at OTEC.
Welcome to tonight's Ogden Raptors post-game show, hosted by Arden Lockheim.
Talk about an intro! Welcome in here to the booth, our post-game show. The Missoula Paddleheads walk away with a 26-2 victory. And, I mean, they just got so many more at-bats because of the way that they continued to play throughout the night. Ogden finishes the day with only 31 at-bats, just 2 runs, 7 hits. On the other side, 49 at-bats, 26 runs off 22 hits, and the huge number, 25 RBIs. So, yes, they walk away with a 26-2, 24-run victory. And my goodness, 25 RBIs compared to the 2 over on the other side. My player of the game, and I assume, Jocelyn, you'll agree with me, has to be Ryan Wentz. When he goes 7 innings, only allows 1 run off of 5 hits. The run was earned, walked just 1 batter, 8 strikeouts. I mean, it's hard to get anything going when there's 8 strikeouts. What do you feel like he did pretty well tonight?
No, for sure. I think he did a really good job of just throwing strikes. I know that seems simple, but just filling the strike zone, keeping the Ogden Raptors off balance, letting his defense work also, but just moving the ball really well around the zone and just ultimately just shutting down any momentum that the Ogden Raptors would have or could have just by getting those key necessary outs when they were needed, when there were runners on base.
And more good news for the Missoula Paddleheads. Their bullpen did a really good job today. Luke Weschler and Jose Ballista come in for 1 inning apiece, and Weschler allows 2 hits, 1 run, and it was earned. On the other end, Jose Ballista came in for that 9th inning, and no runs, no hits. And that was definitely an area where I know their team was leading by 20, so they're not feeling a lot of pressure. But their bullpen has been a struggle for Missoula, and this is just a statement win to win by 24 runs to break your 3-game losing streak, and not just break it, but break it with authority. On the other end, if you're the Ogden Raptors, you need to figure out some sort of formula to win back-to-back games. You need the same team to show up night to night. So much of it does depend on the pitching staff and seeing what your starter can do. Ryan Radke didn't get off to that strong of a start. He went 4 2/3 inning, allowed 6 runs on 7 hits, walked 3 batters, only had 3 strikeouts. And a big thing we mentioned was those free passes. On the Missoula end, they only gave away 1 walk. On the Ogden Raptors and 9 walks.
Yeah, putting runners on for free, I've said before, like, you can't defend walks. They're just on there, and then the way that the Paddleheads were hitting tonight just caused for extra chaos and extra just, like, tension on the field, just putting pressure on early and during the whole game, honestly. I think for going back with, like, the Ogden Raptors not having won more than 1 game in a row just comes down to consistency, not only like physically with the way they're playing, but also just mentally too, like how they're doing emotionally, just never allowing themselves to get too high or too low in big moments, and just carrying on that same consistent mindset and energy through the whole series.
Wrapping up the scores around the league, Billings continues to lead Idaho Chuckers. Their lead has increased to 16-6. Modesto also increased their lead over the Boise Hawks, 11-6. Yuba Scudder and the Red Pocket Mobile still only separated by 2 runs, 4-2 there. And the Glacier Range Riders take the win over the Great Fall Voyagers, 6-4. So Missoula outscoring anyone else in the league by 10 runs so far tonight. Tomorrow, it'll be the same teams back at it once again, 6:30 here at Lindquist Field. Let me double check, make sure yes, it is 6:30 at Lindquist Field. It's Thirsty Thursday, half price fountain drinks and domestic beers for anyone who wants to head out. But the Ogden Raptors are just want to get their bats going to more of a degree than they did today. Didn't have anyone on their team with more than 2 hits. That was Hank Dodson, who went 2 for 3 tonight. And then over on the other side, I mean, you had multiple people with 4 hits. Tyler Stone and Xavier Casarilla both with 4 hits tonight. And Tyler Stone knocking in 7 RBIs. So on the one side, Ryan Wentz, definitely our defensive player of the game. Tyler Stone, by far our offensive player of the game. Missoula Paddleheads walk away from this one with a 26-2 convincing victory. They move to 4-4, 500 on the season, snap their 3-game losing streak. Ogden Raptors will fall to 3-5, but they'll try to fight back tomorrow. So far, this series tied up 1-1. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6:30. It'll be Tyson Whiting taking over on play-by-play for Thursday and Friday's games, and then I'll be back joining you on Friday. Thanks so much for spending your Wednesday night with us, and so long from the Ogden Raptors Broadcast Network.